Let's put it. Smash that like. Let's put it. Shum up. What y'all got going on today? Make sure you answer the question. Make sure you take the poll. Smash that like. What y'all got going on, man? I've been under the weather. I've been under the weather, fam. Yeah, let me see what's going on here again. Ain't nothing too much going on. The same shit. Trump said it. Oh, Nolan Wells funeral. Nolan Wells funeral. Man. Mm-mm-mm. Now let's get to it. Seemingly we need to find out what really happened to the young man. You know what I'm saying? And what y'all think about those soldiers being, you know what I mean? They start losing soldiers. Now they tell you too, it's probably 200 of them, my opinion. So, wow, it's real now. I mean, was these soldiers even considered boots on the ground, or were they at a particular stations, wherever they stationed at? That's crazy though. I think one was from. They always be from areas like. I think one of them was from like Hawaii, and then the other one was from Ohio somewhere. But nevertheless, we still lost some people, man, and that's crazy. You know what I'm saying? But salute to them. You know what I mean? Smash that like. Let's get them likes up, man. Let's get them likes up. Come in. Shout out everybody supporting. Make sure you take the poll as you come in. Yeah, I don't know, man. Is this to keep Trump in office? Is Trump going to use the Iran war as an excuse to stay in office or what? Like, you just never know with these types. I mean, never know with them. I know I'm not looking forward to it. Definitely not looking forward to it. Smash that like. Hey, let me ask y'all something in the chat. Can y'all see like a book or something? Oh, I see some of it, remnants of it anyway. Make sure y'all taking a poll in. I'm gonna blaze one for the knee shot. Tell the people get in. The best president in your lifetime. Somebody take a shot at that. I'm gonna say the best president in my lifetime, or shall I say the best time in my lifetime who was president? Let me see. I would have to say George Bush Sr. and Ronald Reagan as the tag team. The 80s they were the best. You know what I mean? Whatever they was doing, they was fucking up a lot of shit. But you know what I mean? Trump 2028. You think Trump gonna use this stuff he got going on with Iran to stay in power? He ain't even gonna have to do a hostile takeover. He'll just make up a bunch of, you know what I mean, and say he's at war. He can't turn over. Because remember when he talked to Zelensky about it, he kind of snickered when Zelensky was like, he can't, he don't have to lose his position because he's at war. That's crazy. Make sure, did you take the poll? I know you probably tapped in Trump rager. But what you think about it? You think he'll use the Iran war as an excuse to stay in power? And what was the best president in your lifetime? Rager. Me. Who was the best president in your lifetime? Smash that like, share me out. Shout out everybody coming through. Make sure y'all take the poll. The best president in your lifetime. Did Trump Iran war backfire? Gas going back up fast? Did you vote for this? Take your pick. It's 6 y'all in here, man. Let's double tap that string. Tap, 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 tap. What's going on, fam? What's going on, Hard Right? What's up, Anunnaki? Welcome back in, Anunnaki. I like that name too. You was in here before, and you left a comment. Anunnaki at Gym City. I gotta give my fellow Anunnaki a jacket. That's crazy. Salute. Nanu Nanu. Hard Right. Who was your best president in your lifetime? Who was the best president? And shout out everybody coming through. Shout out everybody coming through. No state expenses, but I'm trusting the process because definitely not going to back the man or woman and buy in this fine party. Why? Why won't you back a Democratic? Would you back a Democratic socialist? And you said no shit's expensive, but I'm trusting the process because okay, you asked me if you voted for it or not. That's what it is. Shit. All presidents are wicked. JFK was against the Jewish lobby and secret societies and the military industrial complex. Best president, yet he was a cheater. Hey, I like that because if you doing business with somebody, y'all go out maybe or do something and that person is a cheater to their wife or their husband, how you think they can do business with you? Oh, Jeffrey Davis was your favorite president? That's what it is. Shadow. You see how far that got Jeff, don't you? Smash that like, y'all. Trump #1, but the Bill Clinton era was awesome. Also, I'll go in this jump. I'll go Senior Bush, Reagan. You know what I'm saying? And on and on. Because I'm telling you, the 80s was like that, fam. Sue from the Bud Files. What's up, Sue? What's up with you? But I go with Bush, then Reagan. No matter what, crack era and all. The 80s was shit. What up, man? Smash that like. Jefferson Davis, I keep telling y'all, he had something to do with the fruit company that the banana republics, man. Jefferson Davis and the Confederates, they left the states and went down to southern Mexico and started banana republics. There is a white supremacist on left right now. I keep messing with him. Oh, there is a white supremacist on live right now. I keep messing with him. Oh yeah, that's crazy hard, right? I let him be. Democrats have done nothing but race bait, riots, illegals, releasing pedophiles from jail, trans nonsense, not including the money scandals. Okay, Anthony Naki. So that would be your reason not vote for Democrats. Okay, I knew it. What's going on in Cleveland, Jerry? What's up? What's up with you in Cleveland? With you on East 99? Real good. Shout out all my Cleveland cats. There's a lot of people that come in Ohio. This is the Ohio Player Channel. Mike, what's been up with you, boy? Mike, what's up? What's going on with you, Mike? Hey, Mike. Did you see the dude that I dropped the link called Good John? Do you know him? He from your area. He might be Delaware, Pennsylvania type cat, but laid back, smooth content creator, man. I think I sent you the link. Chilling, my G. Chilling. Trying to get the foundation back together. Hey, Mike, can you see the book or anything that I got posted? Can you see it? Smash that like. Did the Trump Iran war backfire on him? In y'all opinion? Okay, thanks, salute. Did that pop off for you? What we politicked about, did it pop off for you? Well, that's the only way to be. Stay busy, fam. Yeah, I've been in the background trying to get the BMC up to par too. Okay. See what I'm saying? August 15th. Okay. You making moves, wow. Making moves. Smash that like, y'all. Share me out. Shout out everybody coming through. Other than that, Mike, what you been up to, fam? Space Dust. Hey, yo, Mike. Space Dust got the BMC Discord popping off too, man. Make sure you get over there and sign up. I'm looking at to get 50 people over there politicking and even if you want to promote something. Space Dust, what's up, man? I don't want you to think I'm not greatly appreciative of you over there making the Discourse pop, but I told you, you know me with the websites and stuff. Work over the weekend. Okay. Yeah. Space Dust just dropped the link. Space over there doing this thing. Moderating. The best president is none. What's going on, April Showers? Andrew Naki says, Iran is a place of backstabbing and violence. We knew they would violate our condition. That's why we gave them the warnings of what happens if they do break the agreement. Andrew Naki, do you know what the Norwan Dam is? Go do some research on the Norwan Dash, on the Norwan, I'm tripping. The Norwan Canal. I said the Norwan Dash. Dame Dash, y'all. The Norwan Canal in Iraq. That's why they want the Strait of Hormuz, because they got a canal in Iraq. It's supposed to link them further to the Mediterranean and Europe by way of Iraq and Syria. And that's why they want the Strait of Hormuz. You notice now the Houthis are ramping up saying that they're going to shut down the little Horn of Africa on their side. So now with that means the Suez Canal going to be fucked over. So the Strait of Hormuz is going to be the route. And now the alternative route going to be that Norwan Canal out of Iraq. I bet you. Chilling, DB. What's up with you? Chilling. Yeah, that's how you do it, Space. It'll grind. I'm going to post a link. Just keep grinding. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. But you know I mean, I'm away too, my G. You know how we do it. Mike, join the Discord. Yeah, join the Discord. I'm trying to get 50 over there right quick. Get a good conversation going. Now tell me this, Space Dust, even when I'm not on, is that Discord, is it popping? Does it pop? The Nurwan is in Iraq. About $17 billion worth of it. Hold on, I'm gonna get the link to it. Okay. I don't know why they ain't promoting it, but I know why they ain't promoting it. You know what I'm saying? It's in central Iraq, fam. And it's been there, but they have since modified it. You know what I'm saying? You'll see. I know the trade routes. I studied the area because it's where my alien relatives landed. Oh yeah, I know they what Samaria, Ur. You know what I'm saying? Who did you directly hold your lineage from, Anunnaki? Is it Enlil, Anu himself, or Inca? Okay, what you think about that, DB Coastal? You know they just did a build because that dam and that canal, all that stuff been there, but they upgraded it. Now it's going to link them to the other side. And anybody who ain't joined the discourse over there, we got the link posted. Space Dust is in the house. You know what I mean? Y'all get over there and show that super support, man. Anybody who hasn't joined it, the discourse. And also, okay, y'all, we got the BMC membership popping off again. If you want to be a BMC investor, get over there and get you a BMC membership investment package. You know what I mean? So when we had these member-only live screens where we might be politicking about something that's super socially conscious and inclined to, you know what I mean, to chill, you'll be able to participate and whatever other caveats that we managed to link to the participation in the BMC. Also, we still have the e-bike popping off, which is multifaceted with the water push. We'll be getting out there this week with another BMC. You know what I mean? Ice cold bottles of water push for free. Those of us who could either reach the store or even have the money. Heat, man, it's crazy. Y'all stay safe. It's 90 degrees outside right now. 90 degrees. I would say it depends on how much they're willing to put into it to be able to move bigger ships, and also the disability of the area. Did you see the new canal and shit they built? They put like 17 billion into it. Mike says the best president, Obama, did a lot of good for me anyway. That's what it is. You say Obama, okay. Yeah, Obama did his thing. And I just hate when somebody goes, well, what did Obama do for black people because I'm black? Obama, if he did anything for any American, he did something for Americans, you know what I mean? And I'm pretty sure there was a black person involved, especially if, like they say, he really helped the LGBTQ get stable in America. And I bet you at least 25% of them were black. So, shit, that's what he did for black people. You know how people are like, what did Obama do for black people? And it'd be like, so, like, come on, man. What the bull? Smash that like, y'all. Share me out. But guess what? As it, I'm pretty sure they're making the necessary changes. They're just not saying that. You know what I'm saying? You said Mike made you laugh. Why is that? Gishitu is the God who sacrificed himself for his blood to make ours. We are made in his image, in his genetics. I never heard that. Gashtu. Gashtu E. What is that E for? Elohim? Yep. I wanted to give it the benefit of the doubt. 25% still a big chunk of it. They tell you the people like, but what, 15, 16% of the population now. It's crazy. Like, huh? Barry Obama did nothing for blacks the entire. Yes, he did. He did something for the LGBTQ. That compromised everybody in every pocket of the United States that somebody can put American, gay American, shipfitter American, football American. There's an LGBTQ plus involved in that. So yes, he did do for some of Black Americans. He did something for his lobbyists. That's all the same you could say. Like Trump ain't doing enough for Americans right now. He's doing something for his lobbyists that are Americans. I mean, and some of them that ain't. Ain't no wrong with that, Vince. They lobbied for it. Shit. They lobbied for it. Obama cares. Obama phone. He reformed healthcare. Right. He did his thing. All of them do their thing for whoever. I mean, that's what I'll say. Smash that like y'all. Make sure y'all taking a poll too. The best president in y'all lifetime. I know that. G2E is his name. I thought the E maybe been for Elohim. You know, a lot of times they attach that Elohim onto the Anunnakis. Adam says Obama. Can you name 3 reasons why you would say Obama was the best president in lifetime? And not the debate, just to get your opinion as an American. And how are you today? What's going on with you? Like you said, what you do for his, yep, he did it for his lobbyists. They put the money in his pocket. He wasn't supposed to do nothing for black people unless they were a member of those lobbyist groups. That's what all politicians do. And that's what all people that vote should always know. So if that politician is being funded by a lobbyist that you don't coincide with or you're not on the same page with, then that's on you. You need to, you know what I mean, align yourself with somebody that has a lobbyist that lobbyists maybe have an interest that might help you, I mean, or might hurt you. So that'll tell you whether you want to support them or not. Not with the president saying, look, whoever is his lobbyist. Like now, with Trump, we should have looked at who was paying for his presidential race, which was Elon Musk and the oligarchs. And even when he got inaugurated, and who was with him up there, the oligarchs. It wasn't no Women's Lib or no NAACP or Chinese Americans Coalition. I mean, none of that. It was straight the people with the replenishment centers. You know what I'm saying? When he went to China, he didn't go with a bunch of, you know what I mean, take a bunch of groups for the infrastructure, the people. He took a bunch of businesses. He went and talked some business. All right, Vince. Vince, I got to put a jacket on you too. Because you pop in and out, but you still come through with your own opinion. Thanks for coming through showing that support, though. That's what it is, V. I'm going to just politic here for a minute with my peoples. Salute for coming through. Vince, get over there and support the BMC e-bike foundation too, fam. And if any of y'all content creators want to drop y'all link, you know, text BMC. You know what I mean? Hey, Vince, is that are you G Bravado? Rob, what's up, Rob? Chilling, family. How you and the family doing? I'm chilling. Hey, Rob, I had a virus, stomach virus for like 2 days. Like, shit. I was going through it, so I'm good now, though. Coming out of the dark. I'm good now, I think. How you and the family doing, fam? I'm just cooling. Who was your best president? Who was the best president in your lifetime, Rob? King Fire! What's going on, King Fire? What's up? What you found? What's up with you? Yeah, them e-bikes is fun. You know, you can rent them around here too. But I'm trying to push to get one. And I was looking at a $500 or $600 one. Nah. I talked to somebody about it. They was like, if you buy one of those, you're gonna be replacing the battery a couple of times a year, and they unpredictable. So you might as well put some money into it. So now that's why I'm extending the e-bike foundation. You know what I mean, because I'm up to like, I think last time I checked, because I did 350, but I'm on a mission to get to 1500. I mean, let me see. It was not no good president in my lifetime. Says Fambo. They have the good, they have the bad, but I did not change my family life. Okay. What's up, Fambo? Fracking and natural gas seen major strides when Obama came in. Yeah, but that fracking, man, that's that nasty oil. Donald Trump, he taking sweet crude. He taking that. You know what I mean? I rank, just look at the clock. It was calisthenics time. About to get it in before breaking fast. Salute, fam. Salute. Thanks for coming through, King Fire. Anunnaki, no. And the other night, I was about to eat some Taco Bell, but we didn't. We ordered some shit from Wawa. Man, I think I got the stomach virus from our kids went out to Chuck E. Cheese. One of my boo's birthday was the other day. And you know, Chuck E. Cheese is a haven for hoof and mouth disease and also other you know, bacteria and enzymes that little kids carry. Little kids carry so much shit because they don't wash their hands and stuff. And my kids and all of them was at that, no touching all that stuff at Chuck E. Cheese. Ain't no telling what they brought back. You know what I'm saying? Because I know Chuck E. Cheese ain't doing all that fucking cleaning. Beans and rice, what's up? Yeah, with the little wrap on the back, because I'm gonna be transporting water. I want to be able to do that shit comfortably, or coffee, or whatever that I'm gonna be endeavoring in. I mean, I want to make sure that shit is. You know what I mean, eyes without a face. It ain't no easy space. What's going on, Prayerful? Peace. Right, Rakim, 7. Thanks, Rob. 7. No doubt. Here, listen to more than reading. Okay, okay, that's what it is. Peace. But yeah, other than that, I'm just, you know what I mean? I'm just coolin'. Yeah. What's the weather like, man? Y'all know this has been, I can still smell that smoke too. That Canada smoke, I can still smell that shit. And it's been so hot, but the cloud, it be cloudy. Why is it 90 something degrees and it's cloudy? Look at this shit. This shit say 99 degrees windy. What the fuck is 99 degrees windy? Historically, inflation adjusted gas prices were exceptionally low during the mid to late 1990s under the Clinton administration. In the early 2000s, where prices routinely hovered around $1.50 per. Okay, but you know what? The dollar was different then too, though. Y'all got to realize that. Yeah, no, 99 and windy is crazy. That's some sound like we on Mars. 99 degrees with the wind. So what is that wind feeling like? That shit crazy. And it's unusual. You know what I'm saying? It's 7-6 in New York. Okay, what part of New York you in? Because I know New York subways just got flooded. Y'all had all that Canada smoke, and there was something else that popped up. So, what part of New York you in? Smash that like, y'all. Let's get them likes up well past 13 on the other side of 50, if you will. The best president in your lifetime. Okay. I think we talked about that. You upstate. Okay. I know it is. You up there, where you by Schenectady or Poughkeepsie, Buffalo, know what I mean? Syracuse. Smash that like, hey, and we got the BMC discourse, the link posted too. So y'all get over there and show that support, engage. You know what I mean? We can, I mean, and be on the lookout for Who Divided America website being back online. I was gonna go with allrise.com, but you know all the catchy monikers and words like that, unless you found a fancy way to pronounce it or spell it, have been taken up. So I was going with allrise.com. You feel me? Because that's what it's about. All Americans, you know what I mean, getting it together instead of pitting, you know what I mean, ourselves against ourselves. You know, the greatest enemy to America is Americans. You feel me? Smash that. Like, who else been getting some of that smoke, some of that Canada smoke? Ain't no telling what they gonna say in 10 years. Okay, 40 minutes from Schenectady. That's what it is. Y'all, I'm gonna tell you this, man. The dudes from New York, the upstate dudes, the people upstate are like really what the New York dudes used to be in the 80s, as opposed to the ones that's in New York now in the five boroughs. They're not representing, but when you run across somebody that's from, like, you know what I mean, upstate, they be like the ones that you remember that used to come with the New York Yankee hat. And then when you realize some of them, that's where they were from, like Buffalo, Syracuse, you know what I'm saying? Motherfucker from what uh what Rip Van Winkle, what's the name of them hills, Rip Van Winkle? Them niggas represent, you know what I'm saying? Smash that light. Degrees are 90 and wind is 90. It means the temperature is 90. And the wind is blowing directly from the east, which is the 90 mark on the compass. Okay. Thanks for that, Fambo. Okay. Yeah, it says 90 degrees out here with the wind blowing. What type of shit is that? That's some old. Thanks for that like too. Just came in. Salute. That's crazy, man. Did Trump, y'all think the Iran war backfired on Trump? Because I don't think he thought this out, or the Joint Chiefs of Staff that advised him. I don't think they thought this shit out. Or they didn't know that Iran was going to keep fighting back. Because Iran seemed to be busting back. And everybody that's supporting Trump and them, you notice that they busting at them too. It's like becoming a little thing down there. Because even if Trump starts fighting, Iran has attacked these other people that are associated with the United States by way of not even military based and stuff. So Iran is like, shit, we gonna bust on all y'all then. And then you know they allies in the southern tip of by the Horn of Africa, the Houthis over there in Yemen. They saying they about to shut down their little waterway. You know what I'm saying? The same way Trump and them shutting down the Strait of Hormuz. I don't think it backfired. I think it's what he wanted. If we know it's what happened, this. Okay. So he can stay. Would you say he wanted this so he can stay in power? This one of the excuses that he can use, because by the time 2028, this shit should be super escalation. Yep, it backfired on him, but you expect that from a clown, Donald, fake Trump. I don't think he thought them people was gonna fight back like this. Like he done, and then he giving them so much prestige, as well as like Russia is giving Ukraine so much prestige and battle experience that the European Union is looking at Ukraine like they may even be on the forefront of knowing what's good and how to fight. You know what I'm saying? This shit is crazy. The European Union are putting their trust now in Zelensky and them because they holding it down against Russia. So being that Iran held it down against the United States, and it still is, a lot of countries are going to be looking at and following their little playbook, and especially probably China and all these, then on down to the little countries like Cuba, because you know they say Iran held off the United States with drones. Shit, Cuba said somebody gave Cuba 300 drones, and they probably, if they're telling you 300, they probably got 3,000. Smash that like. Yep. They didn't plan shit outright. Yup. Yup. Netanyahu gassed them up. They ain't playing it. Them people done flip their ass. Trump, no new wars. What's up, Charlie Kelly? What's going on with you? Jerry Hayes, I grew up in the 70s and the 80s too. The 80s was the best of times, even though they had a crack epidemic. That shit still was dope. The 80s, like so much new shit, and you twist a motherfucking knee high, you might win $1 or another knee high, and the candy bars was bigger and cheaper. I mean, seemed like Saturday mornings was more funner. Going outside, it was more to do outside because it was less to do inside. Wasn't all these video games and phones that could keep you stuck. You know what I'm saying? I say that the 80s and the presidents, they gave it up. Whatever they was doing, fucking up, but they was giving it up. You know what I'm saying, Robbie? And that you can go. I mean, what is the American people going to do if this war hit America? Sawyer and Aaron start coming on here and blowing shit up. Not even just Iran. It could be China. It could be anybody, Fambo. That's what I'm saying. What the fuck? It could be anybody. You never know. You know what I'm saying? Chilling, Charlie Kelly. What's up with you? I'm just cooling, man. Trying to get out of a slight stomach virus. Yeah, all the presidents. It's just like all the senators and congressmen are in cahoots. You know what I'm saying? All of them. They talk that shit in front of us. They at the Capitol building, all of them drank. All of them chill. What does WSP stand for, fam? You know I'm kind of older. Catch me up on it. Smash that like, y'all. Did Trump-Iran war backfire? In my opinion, I think it did. I don't think that, but in a way, this might be what he wanted. Nah, 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 nah. I had, yeah, I was using the bathroom a lot though. Maybe it's not that lettuce. Hopefully, hopefully, I'm telling you. Okay, my G, you out of here, Mike. You out of here. Ginger shots. Okay. You know what? I got some ginger tea. I got some ginger tea right. I might get me. That's my next. I was about to drink some more coffee. All right, no doubt, family. Smash that like. Shout out everybody coming through, showing their support. Reek, come on, man, with the bullshit. Gavin said he taxing them checks. Trump giving California 100%. Gavin Newsom so fucking crooked. Wow, what's Trump giving California some checks for? Some natural or disaster type shit or something? I think Canada need to give us some checks, even as for the laundry bill. All that motherfucking smoke coming up out of goddamn where it's coming from? Ontario. All that motherfucking smoke. Yeah, I think that shit backfired on Playboy. Trump on the bullshit. Who was y'all favorite president though? Like I said, I'll give it to Senior, George Bush Senior and Reagan. Because that was dope. They got out the way. Whatever they was doing a lot of plotting, man. But shit, niggas is able to do something, man. Right now, this president ain't gonna let you get a slice of bread unless he gonna call foul. But he get all the goddamn going extras. That's the thing about it. If this president was gapping the extras, I would have no problems with him. But he ain't gonna give you a slice. For middle class, lower class, I think it was compensation for taxes we pay. Okay, okay, that's what it is, and it's going to all people that pay taxes. You say you don't have a favorite. Okay, that's understandable. Like I say, I'll go with George Bush, Ronald Reagan. The 80s was off the rip ski. And make sure y'all get over there and get your BMC membership popping off too. You'll go with Abraham Lincoln. Wow. He was terrible. He didn't get a chance to live up to his full potential. What do you think about his predecessor? Or no, his the guy that came behind him, Johnson, Ronald Reagan. He told us he taught us how to hustle. Yeah, well, he didn't teach us how to hustle. You know, we've been hustling. Just show us they've been bootlegger houses and gambling spots and crack dens or reefer spots in the hood for since the beginning. This motherfucker, somebody was selling a pot or something. He allowed us to hustle. Let's say that. But you know, with anything that was because he needed us to. Okay, for one thing, those drug epidemics, you know what I mean, created a whole industry out of making the country customers to it, and you know what I mean, generated so much money in areas that usually wouldn't even have been touched with bread. So, but they allowed us to hustle. Oh yeah, Mary Todd. You know, Mary Todd is one of them is the is some kind of Tom Hanks. Preach, brother. Don't forget we built America. We are kings. They made us slaves. We are long overdue for reparations. Well, reparations, fam. You know what I mean? That's admitting that you're from Africa. So maybe Africans might be able to get a hold of it and say they're dispersing to their people. I'm not African, so I don't need reparations. What I need is to get out the way and let me get mine. I already know how to get it. I don't need nobody to give me nothing. See, that's the whole thing. And you know it'll be a problem with reparations because then it'll be a bunch of $5 niggas. Remember when the Indians, when they switched us over to be Indians, and then they took our placemat again with a bunch of $5 Indians. And as soon as they talk about reparations, that's when it's gonna be cool to be black. It's only cool to be black when it's monetizable. That's why people only rap when it's monetizable and they're white or different colors because they feel like it's monetizable. Not paying homage to the culture or I mean. So I don't think they should be doing that reparations because there's gonna be so many. You know, my great grandma, she was, you know what I mean. My granddaddy used to sneak in there. You know what I mean. It'd be so much, dude. I need a book written about Mary Todd's dressmaker. It was phenomenal. Great read. Oh, I read a book written about Mary Todd's dressmaker. What was her name? What was her name? Smash that like. Smash that like, y'all. Smash that like. What's that? Luigi, what's Bakija? We need to fight against government system because they don't care about us. It don't matter if you black, exactly, black, Latino, Latino, or white. It's just a dollar sign, right? You're just a collateral damage. So ain't no use in that we all ways having this beef with each other. We'll serve a better purpose together. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to we'll serve a better purpose together, man. Yep. But you know what? We'll never be able to achieve that unless people set aside petty beliefs and superstitions. A lot of this stuff is superstitions that we have against each other as Americans. Though none of it be true. It's what we was told or what we perceive from the feedback that we look at the majority as a whole gives. And I like to deal with the individual person because everybody that's white, everybody that's black, that doesn't mean that they're gonna fuck with you. You know what I mean? Because of your color. It's integrity. Smash that like integrity is everything. Because a black man, white man, Chinese man across you. If it's a big booty involved, if it's some money, 2, 3 guns, I mean, something. I mean, if it's monetized, it's you know what I mean, off with your head. Believe that. No matter what color you are. True. I know the young boy got married the day one. What was it the day yesterday? The young boy, Nolan Wells. They trying to sweep him under the rug or something. What's going on with that? Smash that like y'all share me out. Exactly, Luigi. But what was that? You asked me? Have I ever tried? Oh, from the Balkans. Nah, nah, nah. What's the taste of it? What they make it out of? Do it got a licorice taste or what? What's his base? Is it potato or what? They say it's Balkan cocaine. You said we started the division with our unrighteous behavior. Okay, from the that's probably good too. Okay, smash that light. But yeah, I don't think they need to go for any reparations type of shit because Africa will seemingly get involved. You know what I'm saying? Some way, some form. Either if they're gonna put African American on that name, make them pay it. And you know what's so crazy? Some way, in form, or fashion is telling me that the United States is making Africa pay. You know what I'm saying? Something because of that. They're linked to the slave trade, and it's probably making Africa a certain amount of money because black people are going back to Africa, spending money, invested in Africa, probably more money than the Africans are. And then it's the huge tourist trade that black people are fascinated where they keep telling them that's where all of them came from. I bet you the United States got a grip on Africa some way, somehow. I'm telling you. I know Russia does because that guy Tory in Burkina Faso, he would not be doing all that without being in the pocket of some Chinese or Russian or United States. You know what I mean? Government. I'm telling you, he's doing too much, and it looks like some democratic socialist type shit on the Hitler, semi-fascist like um, Mussolini type shit that he's doing. You know, full military geared up. You know what I mean, on point. You know what I mean, he in his suit and president sitting back in the suit. He doing this shit. You know what I mean, commander in chief style. So that says a lot about it. You know, smash that like and shut me out. Oh yeah, was they cut up? The Rwandan refugee you met, were they cut up? Cause you know they was doing some shit. And it's crazy. They had the what was it the Watusi against the Hutu against the Tutsi against the Hutu. I think it is with the Twa. It's like the short is the Twa, the midgets. Then they got the Hutu and the Watusis. I guess that shit crazy had them beefing. They say Rwanda is the safest city on the planet now. Shit, I guess it is. They got everybody out of that zombie-like state, that fervor. I bet you they did something that make them people chemically imbalanced and maybe something in the water that make them highly volatile. Yeah, I met a lot of refugees, fam. I went to school with some. I met refugees from what's that? The what they call them, Hmongs, and people from Cambodia, all kind of. You know what I'm saying? I live close to a naval base, so you know there's a different type of vibe here. We more international than the normal, you know what I mean, city in the United States. We super international. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's all kind of people here. Okay. I met Liberians that was over there when everything was popping off. Yeah, smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. 17 likes, man. Let's get them likes up to 100, fella. Let's get them up to 100. Why do you think that system in Europe and USA love brown and Muslim people so much? Do you think it's real love? Well, nobody likes their parents, okay? And you know, for like 900 years, the blacks and the black Arabs were sort of in charge of Europe from southern Italy on up to some parts of Germany. I mean, and you know, they don't really want to respect their past. They know their past. That's why they're hard on these people. They look at them as, I mean, if they did it once, they'll do it again. The same as we should be looking at anybody that participated in the slave trade. If they did it once, they'll do it again. You say JFK was your best president. Okay. He named 3 reasons why, right? Ooh. I told her I wanted to visit Africa. She begged me not to go. She put her hand in prayer formation and got on her and begged me. Nah, Russell, I sure haven't. That shit is so old, Russell. You gotta get your content up, man. Hey, what going, Star? What going? What going? Rudy? Cool? Smoking my spliff? No, I do. Mm-hmm. Well, the Catholic Church is the #1 secret society. Did anybody ever watch that movie like I was talking about the other week ago, that the Conclave? They was hitting that maybe one of those popes is transgender or some shit. Go watch the Conclave, man. Broaden your horizons on some shit. New York, what's up with you, ED New York, Ed New York? Yo, what was up with that smoke? Is it still smoky in your area? The Conclave is a movie. I think you talking about the Borgias. But go watch the Borgias too. About the Borgia Pope and his kids. Because one of them, Cesare, is where y'all got the picture for Jesus. And they are the Ferdinand and Isabella of Spain also were the people that benefited from that Borgia Pope. And they the ones that started the systematic transatlantic slave. Let's go do y'all research on the Borgia Pope. Wow. Was it did they set up any oxygen um tents or anything? Was any did the city set up any oxygen tents or anything? With it being a huge amount of people in the city? Or did they quarantine everybody into the house? Yeah, the conclave, that shit dope. And also do some research on the Borgia Pope. A lot of people don't even really know the history of what was going on when Ferdinand and Isabella sent the first people like Columbus and Hernan Cortez and De Soto and all these people over here to this side of the world. It was already a calculated plot. You know what I mean? Just as sure as the fall of Grenada. No oxygen tanks that I heard of. They were just telling people to stay indoors. Ain't this crazy though? If all they Democratic Socialists asked, why didn't they have no oxygen tanks in New York, man? In the state of New York, they should have had oxygen tanks. They should have had it here too. I don't know if they did, but in Canada should have been foot in the bill. They should have had oxygen tanks, and Canada should have been foot in the bill, family. That's just what it is. What it is. That's what I believe. That shit was crazy. Last Friday, that shit was ooh. Smash that like, y'all. All right. Did Trump Iran war backfire? Gas going back up fast. What's the price of gas in y'all areas, man? What's the price of gas? Oh shit, $4 here. I was seeing what's in it. Ain't nothing popping off really. What's trending in y'all world, man? What y'all got trending in y'all world? Okay, $4 in NYC. Wow. See what I'm saying? How much is it over there in Cali, Rob? If you still in the room. That's crazy. And it just had went down to like 332. I'm telling you, they play with it. It fluctuates. And now, because I thought that stuff in Iran was over with. They was about to cut a deal with them or get a piece of the pie, or they seemingly supposed to have been setting Iran up, doing their own thing with the Strait of Hormuz, and now all of a sudden they still fighting. Like that don't make it makes no sense. Why are we in Iran? And I say we because now we losing Americans over there. Do you think y'all think that's gonna impact the people that's joining the armed forces? Whether it's gonna make a lot of people want to go do their patriotic duty, or not make a lot of people that were thinking about joining it not joining it now that people are dying. What do y'all think about that? Do you think it's gonna push some people to say, "I'm gonna join and do my patriotic duty"? Oh shit, I was about to join, but since they're doing that, I'm about to get me a job at Amazon. Smash that like, y'all. Shut me out. Smash that like, y'all. What's going on, lunch, nephew? What up, man? Wow. Steve, what's up with you, my fellow American? Hey, are y'all getting over there signing up for the discourse, man? I got my boy Space Dust to hook up a discourse, man. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more product placement. Maybe I'm gonna get Nightbot to drop a link every few minutes for the discourse, and also I'll put it in my upload automatically. Smash that like. People know your history. It was Democrats who promoted slavery, Jim Crow laws, and KKK. Lincoln was the first Republican president to get rid of slavery. Right, and then they turned around and elected um, Johnson, who was also a slaveholder. So he was worse than Lincoln. Lincoln got killed. Johnson paid all the slaveholders. They did not free any slaves. The United States government bought their stock. They paid every slaveholder got paid from the lowest of the low to the highest of the high, as well as that president that paid them with United States federal money, the government money. They paid for the slaves and then they released them as indentured servants to the plantation of the United States, making the United States the biggest slaveholder. Go do your research. Ain't nobody get free. Just ain't shit for free. Don't you know that? They paid them. They paid them. And then the rest of them went down south. And they went to South America and started the banana republics. Chiquita Banana is their Confederate gold. Smash that like, fam. Know your history. And as well as the Democrats were associated with the KKK, every other white man that was racially biased against black people also, that means the Republicans, the ones that couldn't read, that didn't know about politics, or just the local yokels, anybody that wanted to, make a black man feel low because they felt low and they didn't even have shit because they were white, were able to disrespect a black man. You feel me? So don't come with that. The Democrats, the Republicans, all of them engaged in that tomfoolery, fam. Stop singling out. And as Americans, we all can engage in making America great again. You see what I'm saying? When you single out, it makes me think, well, I'm not African, so they need to pay their own Africans, so South America or something, because if anybody know anything, most of the black people in America were already here when the white folks came. Whether you want to believe it or not, whether you want to realize it or not. I'm not even saying it to debate. I'm saying that that's what, I know. It ain't shit I believe, because if you believe it, somebody can change it. It's something that I know. Black people was already here. And most of the people that came here from Africa was in between, came by the gates of um, Charleston to Savannah, and that's where you see that rice culture at. That's where some African was at. Maybe they branched out into the Americas as they got pushed off, but there was no other need for them to come to the United States. Africans anyway. It was already black people here that they enslaved, and they changed their name from being native blacks to Negroes to then Africans to what I'm saying? The myriad of different names that we have been known in this 250 years, and I'll go ahead and say 300 years that these people have been involved with this continent. Wow. But Chicago and South Central is two different places, right, John? Dang, mm, this guy here, I tried to help you. You see what you're doing? You must be some kind of like supremacist too, dude. That don't even make no sense. 17 teenagers were shot in Chicago and South Central. God damn. Somebody shot somebody way from Chicago to Los Angeles. What is that? That John, whatever that weird name. I think that's the fake Rooster Cockburn. Looking more like Dirty Eric the Red. But whatever, man. Chill out. Shit. Give me the numbers on how many white dudes this week climbed up on a roof or something and shot a political figure, or tried to shoot at him, or try to get up in the gate to do something to him. Give me the research on that. How many times that happened this year, as opposed to the stuff with the kids from Chicago and LA. Because I'm pretty sure if you did the numbers to that, it'd be a great part of them will be of mixed cultures. Maybe even some white boys that was involved in that. because it seems like this is a teenager thing, a young person thing now. Just look at what's been in the news lately. All young men of all colors. We first off, Allison Kaysen and Joe Ramirez was a white guy and a Mexican guy. White guy killed a Mexican guy. Um, uh, Carmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf. That was a black guy killing a white guy. Okay. This stuff with Nolan Wales popped off. Also, a young guy that was out in Texas. He turned up Johnny. But the common denominator in it all is all denominations. Race doesn't matter. Age was their common denominator. From 17 to 20 years old. It's a problem with our youth. And you come in here talking about 17 teenagers were shot. Come on, man. Cut it out. You asking me that, Steve? Why are you assuming that all the teenagers that were shot in Chicago are not of white descent? No, that's what I said. He just said it though. The guy here says 17. I know what he means. He means like 17 black kids shot. Nah, you don't know what color they were. We have a problem with young men on young men crime now because it's too late to be mixing shit up because so many of us of all denominations want to be of all other denominations or don't have a problem with engaging with all other races and denominations, fam. That's the problem. People like you that come in and that means you still got it stuck in your mind. I mean, how am I hating on white people, dude? I mean, you hate yourself. Who taught you to hate yourself? I ain't saying that against white people. You see that? The best president. And this is that Rooster Cockburn clown. I tried to help you. I told you to do 10 videos. Is that what spurred you to get crazy, man? I tried to help you. You couldn't do 2 videos. Your hillbilly ass couldn't do 10 videos. I was trying to get... If this is the guy, Rooster Cockburn, y'all, I was trying to help this looking like a dirty Viking. Dirty ass Rollo ass. Dirty ass Rolo. And seemingly you spineless. Eric the boneless ass. Eric the boneless ass white boy. No, I don't hate all white people. Why would I hate all white people? For what? Jimmy James. Why do you simpletons only care about war if you think it's Trump's fault? Jimmy James, you know how to make that a little bit more clearer. And what white supremacist group have you been paying a bunch of attention to that you ain't been over here politicking in the Black Money Court? What's up with the Jimmy James? Among Kef to you too. Smash that like. But yeah, dude, you can't get away from that Rooster Cockburn shit. You're not fucking John Wayne, white boy. Chillin', Jimmy. Jimmy, you must have used some capital letters, man, but come on back in. What that bullshit. Smash that like, y'all. Did Trump-Iran war backfire? I could tell you ain't get the memo. Chillin' Camelama, what's up with you, fam? Did y'all ever get any of that smoke, man? Y'all ever get any of that smoke? Catch me up on what's trending, Cam. You always seem to be up on everything. What's trending out there, man? Not even if it's a stock or just what's the hot tennis shoe? What's the new gadget everybody running around trying to acquire? What's trending, Camelama? Shout out my boy Camelama out there in Kentucky. It's crazy, dude. What, can I ask you a question? What's your name here? John. You say, why do most Africans dislike black people from America? And as soon as blacks make money, they move into a white neighborhood. I don't know. That's 2 different demographics and genres and questions. Can you ask yourself that or go find somebody that fits in with that can further answer it? I don't answer questions that I'm not interested in or qualified to by way of not. I mean, you know what I'm saying? None of that pertains to me. Why do white people ask questions like that, John? Why do they? Well, you know what? Anger, disrespect all white people. Why do dumb people ask dumb questions like that? Like that makes no sense. Why most of Africans, just like black people from America, you're gonna have an African that, and as soon as blacks make money, so is that why? Shit, and that's why you say white privilege don't exist. So why are they moving to the white neighborhood? Because they're able to afford white privilege, right? That's crazy. You do realize that, right? Oh yeah, you know I won, Cam. You know I won some from the World Cup from DoorDash. What's going on, Pussyfoot Production? I gotta put a jacket on you too, Pussyfoot, because you dope. I like people that have their own opinions. They don't have to weaponize it. Some people, that's all they know is try to weaponize what they believe, and half of the shit be some bullshit. No, because now white folks trying to move in the hood. It's called regentrification. It's so weird, ain't it? For all they doing, that I mean, that they kept us in the hood. Now they want the hood. It's called regentrification, dude. And everybody's engaging in it. They got the money to get a nice home or upgrade something. Why are you so concerned with the white and black situation? Are you you? I'm about to say closet, but you seem to be out the closet. But are you out the closet racist fam? It seems creepy. Good afternoon, Black Money. Fuck Trump. What's up, check? Shutting chickadee check check. Nobody kicked you out. That's Nightbot, dummy. If you weaponize someone, kick your punk ass out. Nobody kicked you out, Democrat. And you can't even talk basic. What the fuck you German? Basic. Sassy Measy. What's up, Sassy Mo? People fail to realize that they're out here picking sides instead of themselves, right? People are out here voting by party instead of credentials, right? Because I'm still not convinced about what's that guy that died and now his sister's taking over, but she says she's going to run for the office. Well, wait and run for the office. How the hell is you just taking over right now? That guy down south, he died. Now his sister's in place. Mm-mm. But I could tell when it's like a racial thing, or might even be envy, because you're not dealing with the yeah, Lindsay, yeah, Austin back, still keeping everyone informed. Right on. That's what it is, John Orville. What's up, John? That's what it is, family. Welcome back in. Lindsey Graham, yeah, Lindsey Graham. You know his sister taking over. That's crazy. Steve says, howdy. Sassy Steve, what's up with you? What you doing today? Smash that like, man. Because every time I talk to you, Steve, you are doing something super interesting and productive. Super dope and productive. I wonder why I only can see some of y'all blue jackets. Yeah, the thirst for power and seemingly in failed white men, the thirst for attention. A lot, and I'm not dissing all my strong white men out there. I mean, it's some powerful black men, powerful Chinese men, powerful white men. But to all my weak white guys, it seems like if they see a black man on live stream, that they have to come in contact with him in a negative way. That's crazy, y'all. But shout out all my Americans that know what it is to be American, no matter what color you are or denomination. It's all of us are Americans, man. Shout out those people. It's not that we can't just feed the poor, it's that we can't satisfy the rich, right? What do you think about Erica Kurt BMC? Also, fuck Lindsey Graham about the smoke a blunt in honor of him gone. The war pig. I wish people thirst to do what was righteous. You know what? Erica Kurt, you see how she's kind of like fading out. They try to but that's why they associated her with. What's up, Godfather? What's up with you, fam? That's why they try to associate her with Nicki Minaj, and Drewski did his job. He got her ingrained in the black culture because nobody, 95% of the people that he turned Erica Kirk onto, they didn't know who she would turn. Yeah, turn. I mean, he didn't know. They didn't never hear of her. So that was crazy. That it looked like he was spoofing her, but what he really was doing was getting you ready for her or getting you familiar with it. Because if you didn't know it then, when Drewski did it, everybody was like, "Damn, that shit was funny." But who's Erica Kirk? And now that's what they wanted. They didn't give a damn about her character being damaged because if they know anything about Americans, anything that's white and black is always a critique. That old white girl. And now they still looking her up though. They looking her name up. That's what y'all ain't realize. Really, I thought she was relatively well known about. Nah, hell no, Cam. Black people did not know. They didn't even know who Charlie Kirk was. A lot of black people, unless they're politically inclined or just like OGs, know, because OGs stay up on everything. But like, yeah, that motherfucker. You know what I'm saying? But the regular black people, the kids and the young people, they don't give a fuck about that. They're trying to have fun, man. What's so crazy. The face of black America is a smile because for every black that I know, you know what I mean, that's doing bad, I know 20 of them. There's very few black people I know that's down bad, man, and it's crazy. Really? Nope. Ronald Reagan. Yeah, I go with Ronald Reagan and I go with awesome too, some George Bush, Ronald Reagan. What about Mitch McConnell? No proof of life. This lady goes to the hospital every day to find out he's alive, and the hospital is surrounded by police. He might not even be in there. This just happened. Yeah, they're gonna have it in I think is it November? But it's his sister took over. For now, I'm like, what the hell? I don't get that part. But damn. So it's some kind of conspiracy theory jumping off around Mitch McConnell. Ain't nothing wrong with that though, prayerful. Ain't nothing wrong with it because once they tell you who they is, it's up to you to believe them and handle them accordingly. Like my boys say, the realists handle them motherfuckers accordingly. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing wrong with it. At least, you know what I mean? The KKK is no less like the Boy Scouts. You do realize that, right? It's as much a part of American pop culture as Elvis, John Wayne, the Vietnam War. I mean, the Wall Street crash. Y'all ever notice that when they show you like from 1900 to per se 1950, they don't show you a lot of poverty-stricken black people. Every time they show you a black person, he's either sharecropping. That's the extent of it. But you'll see him dressed nice in the speakeasy or doing something productive, like even being a maid, a doorman. You know, these are respectable jobs back then. If you really look at it, and we didn't have too many stories of struggle because we came from the struggle. You understand? Maybe he had a Klan rally. Wow, y'all is on that man's head. Damn, Mitch. He done took Waldo Place. You ever seen the video of Lindsey Graham exploring Disneyland by himself? Doesn't have any kids or young relatives with him. By the way, just a grown man playing princess. Wow, Lindsey. You know, man, for whatever reason, you know, politicians are always weird and quirky. They always, I mean, it takes a weird and quirky person because, you know what I mean, they are able to, you know what I mean, shapeshift into all different kind of shit. You know what I'm saying? They got to be able to assimilate. They got to talk jive with the brothers and talk the Mayo with the golf players. And, I mean, they even got to do the yakisobi with the Asians. You know what I'm saying? Being a politician, you got to be able to switch in and out of your character. And then even though little tidbits of interest, you know what I mean, to placate to whoever, you know what I mean, you patronize it. I'm telling you, to be a politician is no less like some, you know what I mean, mafioso shit for real. Hey, a video phone call can easily find out if Mitch McConnell is still alive. Right? But I'm going to say this, and I'm not trying to be harsh, but who cares if Mitch is alive? Like, let's get him the fuck out of there. Send him home, put him up in the bed. Uh, why do you ask, Turkey? Are you looking for a group of your peers? Smash that like. And what are your views on sizzling? I know you said turkey bacon. What are your views on sizzling turkey bacon sandwicher? Right, the same as what was his name? Dick Cheney. Dick Cheney held on for a long time too. I have a question. Shouldn't conservatives be for abortion since they despise liberals? Why would they want liberal women to have future liberal babies? Said Sassy Mo. They gonna keep him as RoboCop. Oh God, Cal, y'all terrible. Smash that like y'all know the Ford Taurus was the first time you saw the Ford Taurus was on RoboCop. He's got to be Steve. He's got to be. Smash that like. Like I said, I go with George Bush, Ronald Reagan, because although with the crack era, it seemingly they still allowed you to get some of that shit, man. I'm telling you, you do it's up if you want to break the law, it was up to you, but they still allow commerce to be conducted. You feel me? You know what I mean? Sure. And what was they just testing all the soldiers? Talking about testing the soldiers' testosterone. What the hell? That's just seeming to be like what? But you got to look at shit like that. Why would they be? What are they about to do to them? Turning them to some kind of Superman or something? Is that why they don't want any? Okay, wow. So is it going to be if they don't have enough testosterone? Are they going to try to say like that makes them gay? Gender care. But that's crazy, ain't it? Shit. You might well say he fucked up the country. But that wasn't Reagan. That was he was the face of it. You see what I'm saying? That was the CIA, you know what I mean, and the military, you know what I mean, industrial complex. Oliver North told it all. And also in the 80s, the United States and Israel sold missiles to Iran. You ever heard of the Iran Contra? They sold missiles to Iran. That shit crazy, man. But yeah, nah, that shit started in '79. It was calling that shit freebase. That was a plan by the CIA and them to generate some money and use the United States people as the product and the seller. You know what I mean? The freedom fighter, yeah. Remember the video game Contra? At the time, they were supporting the Contras by way of, you know what I mean? Because it did start out in the black communities. With anything that trends, it's going to start in our community because we have access to both sides. We have access to all the immigrants and other races and ethnic groups by way of our connection and poverty. Then we have the other side where we are considered part of the upper echelon too, because it all comes down to the black and the white situation in the 80s. That's why it was first put in the black communities, because some form of fashion is going to touch everybody else. And when it really got out of hand, you can see that it was a switch they turned on and off. It still has its remnants, but that shit is a dinosaur now. They be smoking crack now. Hunter Biden. It's like, who the fuck selling crack? Like, where are these crack spots at? Like back in the day, they was no less that all the crack spots are now bodegas. Ain't that crazy? All the crack spots, just think about it. For those of us that live in big cities and think about your local store that was in town. Wasn't that the crack spot? Your local hood store. Smash that. You say your brother played it. Yeah. That shit used to be crazy, but it has its origin in the war in South America between the Contras and the Sandinistas. Remember all the socialist groups was popping up, and we were fighting them by funding the opposite of them. FARC out in what was that? FARC was in Colombia. The FARC. Shit. The drug lords had their own side they was fighting. Black women ain't never start having babies. But let's hope they keep having them because right now Hispanics are not doing blacks as far as. Well, who cares who's outdoing each other, Steve? Can we live together though? You can outdo me, but can we do it together as Americans? And if you know anything, Steve, a great part of these Latinos are also considered to be a part of the black community. Because to be a Latino, would y'all think, would y'all consider Latinos and Hispanics the same thing? Exactly. Black people are global. Well, let's hope they keep having them. Look, would you consider a Hispanic and a Latino the same thing? Because you know, to be a Hispanic, that goes from all over the world, and the only thing they have in common is they all speak Spanish. And Latinos seemingly be more like represented by the Mexican type Guatemalan mixed with the Tiano type Indian ones. When the Hispanic is more, I mean, have y'all ever thought about that? Latinos and Hispanics are two different things. Hispanics are more Caribbean. That you heard them say I'm Hispanic. Smash that like, and most Hispanics can speak French also. Smash that like, in my opinion now. There's 11 of y'all in here, man. Let's get them likes up. Past 50 on the way to 100. Hey, yo, Sassy Mo. You know we back in the house, right? Hispanics mean they speak Spanish. Yup, Latinos mean geographical. Exactly. A lot of people do not realize that, Sassy. And most Hispanics are Caribbean. Is there racism in the black community like there in the white community like have black supremacist groups but they aren't like well known or powerful unless you count the Panthers is old school. They ain't even know it's yeah, it's some groups out here like that. They have one that I consider to be like a race group is the Hebrew Israelites because they be going in on white people. I consider them to be the equivalent of the KKK, and that's my opinion. Those Hebrew Israelites, not the ones that come through here and you know they believe in the you know the theory of the slavery with the Jews and stuff. I'm talking about the ones that I be seeing out there hollering and stuff at people. Yeah, I mean because it's a learned behavior. Racism is a learned behavior. You know, we a lot of us have been raised to hate white people. You know what I mean? Not all black people are, but it's you know in our community we have been raised to not trust them though. I'm gonna keep that real. Like every black American that was not raised to not trust them, surely he probably got fucked over because that is one of the main things. Right, by way of their language, Steve. That's why they group together by way of their language. Yeah, they grouping us as one. We all different, same as Asians. Yup, Vietnamese, Chinese, Japanese. Yup. Yeah, they all different. And so and if you think about it, each one of these people have a culture of black people, have a ethnic group of ethnic blacks. The Ainu in Japan. The Philippines got the Negritos and well it ain't even about color. It's about um working together, man. We when Ronald Reagan took office there was double digit inflation and double digit interest rate car companies and housing markets was failing. Ronald Reagan lower interest rates. Ronald Reagan came through and brought a bunch of debauchery that seemingly took us on a whirlwind spin up, though. I would say Ronald Reagan did his thing because remember we was going through the Rust Belt with Jimmy Carter. Cars was in line to get gas and shit. In the '80s, no matter what they did some debauchery. Sometimes you got to do some debauchery to make it pop. I mean, who ain't have a drug dealing ass uncle, white, black, or Chinese, huh? So they boomed the economy back in. I'm saying, yeah, Ronald Reagan did his thing. Motherfuckers was eating, man. It may have been off the expense of other Americans' lives and stuff, but it happened. OG Kicks, what's up with you, fam? How you, man? How you, fam? What's up with you? What's up with you, fam? Yup. Ronald Reagan, George Bush. They was creepy, but they did what they could do. Certain parts of the Caribbean are U.S. citizens because they are territories of the U.S. Other Latinos aren't because they are not territories of the U.S. Right? Like do they have any Latino Virgin Islands? Do they have anybody from the Virgin Islands that's Latino? They probably do though. And now that Donald Trump and them sent them there, it's Mexicans in Africa. So I'm crazy. I'm thinking I know it's been people from Mexico in Africa, but he sent some like migrant Mexicans to different countries in Africa, and hopefully Mexico came and got them. And if not, I'm curious to see the outcome. If y'all don't even, I mean, realize that he sent some. I mean, and are they still doing that? You know, everything they was doing with the illegal aliens has been muted. They also never told y'all that they closed down Alligator Alcatraz. Yeah, that NAFTA thing, man. I don't know why they don't perfect that because that's a great part of what we should be doing with securing the borders by making sure Mexico and Canada have enough to lose or enough to gain to go by the rules and make sure that their borders are comprehensive with what we're allowing. That's what we should have been doing, not by way of force and threat and sending these people home because they were already deeply rooted and ingrained in American society and part of the network, whether they were on the illegal side of things. You know, everything runs on a certain amount of black money anyway, where it's made seemingly under the table, but it's producing, you know what I mean, corporate, you know what I mean, residuals. Smash that. Like, my neighbor came from the Philippines. He's a citizen, but he's not allowed to vote. I asked him since he moved to Ohio, is he allowed to vote since he's an American citizen? He says he found out he should be if he's an American citizen. If he came from Philippines, he got naturalized. What he came by way of World War II in the military. But that's how a lot of Filipinos got here, World War II. The ones that wasn't already deeply rooted in Hawaii and in California and other parts of the West Coast. Globalists have been trying to control the government through subversion for decades, and that's who's doing it. The new gent, the globalists. That's precisely correct, my man. What's going on with you? Yeah, the globalists is something else, man. They keep everybody competing. We even competing to be the one to buy some. And when some new Jordans come out, don't you know it's so crazy to me when people go and put in like reserve. Like why? Like you automatically they count on your ducats. They know that you're like that Grand Theft Auto. When is it coming out? In November, October, Grand Theft Auto. People are putting in money, putting money on that shit now. Like for what? That shit, that company might crash by then your little odds and ends that you scrambled up to get the games now. I mean, and you got to know if they take this so long with releasing that game, what have they put in there? I wouldn't even want it. What have they put in the game? Like some kind of mind control shit. I bet. I bet this game further is gonna. I mean, because they're trying to desensitize the youth. They already are desensitized to dropping bombs and using AI against somebody because that Call of Duty game. Smash that like y'all. That's why Trump went from being the Democratic darling to the enemy, number one going. Well, shit. Now he the enemy of the Republicans too, because he ain't doing nothing they want. You know what I mean? I say Trump, like I always say, he is a part of the military, you know what I mean, industrial complex now. He's exercising his right to be the commander in chief. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no more President Trump, he's the commander in chief. He's at war. Just look at everything he's doing. He's doing nothing to help the infrastructure. Everything he's doing in the infrastructure is uh, arresting people for fraud, getting illegal aliens out. Everything that requires that maybe some American might get some harm might come to him. Nothing to supplement. He got a whole loaf of bread. And then it's people that's supporting him that their bills are late. They want Trump. Okay. A lot of people from the middle America only know Trump from The Apprentice. That was my favorite show though when it was out, Sassy. They really don't know who he really is. I say brace yourself for impact. Right, Sassy. But I did like The Apprentice, man. I ain't gonna lie. Canada started setting up protected markets, such wheat, beef, and whiskey markets. First they placed high tariffs and then went and damn. So would you say Canada was kind of price gouging on a lot of that shit? Because I remember they was talking about like the maple, even the maple syrup and all type of stuff that Canada is synonymous for. They was putting, you know what I mean? What's going on, Edmund Stock? What's up with you? Here's Johnny. Smash that like, man. 6 of y'all. Double tap that screen. Let's get on the other side of 50, man. Canada sucks. Canadians learned one letter for the alphabet A, and now they talk. They bring about it. Steve, they alright. They alright. Canadians alright. But hey, remember how the what was that cartoon with the little kid used to get Kenny and them? Remember how they used to draw Canadians like with their head talking on the side? I think they were might even been Canadian cartoonists that was doing it. Austin Blunt, welcome back in, man. Welcome back, Austin. What's up with you, fam? The best president in your lifetime. That's what we're politicking on. What's the best president in your lifetime? And it's not the debate, just to see where you at as an American. Trump the Great. That's what it is, Scotty. Can you name 3 reasons why Trump the Great? And it's not the debate. You're just trying to see where you at as an American, dog. A judge said Trump tariffs are illegal and it's supposed to give money back. But guess what? That money back. Yup. And some of these corporations already got the money. I was looking at an article. Trump the GOAT. JFK spoke the truth and stood up for truth. JFK. Okay, Austin, and you were alive when JFK was around? They now have 81 billion to split among. Wow. Trump. Trump. See, Trump, he's allowing the United States military industrial complex to do what they got to do, and they are allowing him to get as much money as he can before the roof collapses on him. You know what I'm saying? That's what I feel like. Because Trump wouldn't be doing all this money making missions and stuff unless he had the big guns. Don't shit move. The money don't move unless the motherfucking pistols is up. So that's why Trump is making moves like he's doing. If he was just dealing with the Republicans and the Democrats, they'd get him locked up. Because guess what? They greedy too. They'll want some of it. But knowing that Trump is with the military now, he don't talk to the Republicans and Democrat senators and congressmen. He talked to the Joint Chief of Staff. He's with the War Department now. And it's not an oddity because remember he was an actor playing the president. Now he's a businessman and he's head of the corporation, the military industrial complex. Not only does it include the branches of military, it also um, crazy weapons technology, crazy you know what I mean, intelligence and um, all kind of shit, man. You say Obama was the best president? Tony, can you name 3 reasons why? Tony Montana? I remember when Canada went to socialize Medicaid, they were streaming across the American border to receive. Yeah, stream. And remember, some way Canada was selling pills cheap too at one time, or was it vice versa? President Trump has made a lot of people uncomfortable, and rightly so. He is the best president this country has had in the last 81 years. Wow, Edmund. And why do you say that, Edmund? And it's not the debate. Just any of y'all, with your answers, it's not the debate. Just we just as Americans, can we politic without going back and forth? And you did this. Well, you did this. You know, what's your opinion on it? I mean, that's what I'm asking. I ain't asked you to come in here and weaponize whoever you in opposition. Just give me your opinion on the best president in your lifetime. Obama. Okay, Obama was different. He did some different shit too. Americans have been going to Mexico and Canada for healthcare. Still do. See, I said, remember they was going getting the cheap pills, especially in Mexico. God damn. Remember when what was that shit all the men was taking? Viagra first popped off? Man, people was going to Mexico to get it. And people was selling that shit like drugs. Like my OG, he had some kind of prostate popping off. He was moving this goddamn Viagra. It's like, motherfuckers really buying that shit? It's a market for Viagra? God. Oh, forget to mention, American debt is coming up. USA even owes trillions of dollars to foreign countries that they buy treasury bonds in 5 months. Right. John, you're so right. Like, Japan got a great deal of that shit, fam. There's a lot of them that got some heavy interest in America right now. You feel me? There's a lot of them. Here goes some, but yeah, I mean, here goes some little graph if y'all can see that. I mean, smash that like, y'all. These are the countries with the biggest economies. You notice that the United States don't have the biggest economy. Smash that like, wow. China is almost doubling our economy. But we fussing with Iran. And y'all see the UK and them, they way down there. Look, they're way down at the bottom. They ain't getting no bread. Smash that like, y'all. I wouldn't want to go to Mexico for nothing. Trump loves chaos, Sassimo. The only way he and his family can continue their crime spree is the only thing they're good at. Right? It's a crime family. That's exactly what it is, a crime family. How about we talk about how bad a job y'all did running the country for 4 years? Who is y'all, Randall? I was driving this slave ship. I was down the bottom. Who is y'all? You said y'all with y'all. I didn't do any of that shit. I didn't. But can y'all see this graph? Motherfucking China got us over the motherfucking fleazy weed. India, but what's so crazy is the biggest economies in the world, India is one of them. And y'all know how many years India was colonized by, you know what I mean, the UK. The Clinton administration was a walking crime wave and still is. Yeah, you know Adam 22, y'all, from the dude Adam 22 that does all that old smut on the hood people, all the minorities. He does all those shows that has the gang members and stuff out there. It's Adam 22. I don't even know. No Jumper. His dad was involved in that stuff with the Clintons too. The dude, Adam 22 dude, his dad was involved in with the Clintons. Smashed that like. I keep thinking that he just somebody that jumped up. He got a lot of pull. Maybe I mean, there's no best president in my life. The best president was JFK. Look what Israel and the CIA, along with Italian mob, did because he was making changes. But was that in your lifetime, Richard? Because if not, you can't really speak on it. It's all hypothesis of the Italian mob, the CIA, and the Israelis did it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, look at all these countries that got power too. It's, and y'all notice that there's a great deal of them that ain't got nothing to do with Europe. You know what I'm saying? India. Is that Russia? Come on, man. They got well, Russia is considered Europe, but it's more Asian than European. In my, you know what I'm saying? Japan holds the largest, securities in the U.S. than China and Canada. Yet Canada owns more land than any other 100 countries that do. Damn, Canada. But you know, I believe that because in my city and in my surrounding cities, every summer you see a bunch of Canadians here. They got a bunch of shit they own here. And then when you come to the number one tourist city in my area, it's a big ass state flag and Canadian flag and United States flag. That's crazy. Every summer is crazy amounts of Canadians here. But you know, the Canadians that own shit here, some of those Canadians are like Indian Canadians because a lot of people from India have managed to amass a huge real estate, you know what I mean, portfolio in America. And that's all over America by way of those hotels. But yeah, Japan, but you know, y'all know they said at one time Japan was trying to offer a lot of them shits. That shit crazy. Yep, 70% of the dollar is, I mean, some other countries. Salute for that. Good looking out, Tone. That's what it is, Tony. Sit that sunshine. Greatly appreciated. Y'all know we got the membership back popping off. So if you want to support the BNC, you can get back over there. It'll collapse. It'll collapse. And we'll become just like one of them. We might even become, I mean, and it'll be like how they try to treat Ethiopia and all those African countries that took that loan from China for building up their infrastructure. You know, they paid for one country's airport, then another country's rail system. Hey Robert, with anything from million to billion to trillion, you know anybody that got real money, they're not known for giving money away, they're known for making it. So that's a moot point. I wouldn't be the BMC. I mean, if you need some charity or some zakat performed, let me know if you really are in need. But just to give you some money, as you know, anybody million, billion, trillionaire are not known for getting money. They're known for getting it and making it, family. So it is what it is, Rob. I can't help you with that, Rob Platinum. And it's just well as your name is Rob Platinum. Give me some platinum. Feel me? Give me some platinum. Salute, family. Rob, what you got going on today? What you got going on today, Rob? Oh no, we're not first, but you know what we got that Chinese don't? And what's that, Drew? What's up with you, Drew? Back in effect, I see. Thanks for coming back, showing that support. What is it? Smash that like. Shout out everybody coming through, showing their support. Let's get them likes up past 100, man. Okay, what kind of cigar are you smoking? or Cohiba, Romeo and Julieta. Okay, a Lolo. Okay, that's what it is. They can easily get rid of all the U.S. will be indebted to someone else. Oh yeah, this quarter my index funds did a very nice. Okay, so that was a hell of a gain. Was the gains pretty good on it? Because most of those things, if it ain't dealing with, what was the gains on that? Drew Estate, on the Crown El Tigre. Who is that for the Kentucky Derby? Drop China's army off in South Florida. They won't make it to Georgia. Shit. Yes, they will. All them cousins, all them restaurants and got there going to remember them Chinese restaurants. Them people to get busy too on us. Believe that. Okay, okay. It says got there going excellent for a quarter, Robert. That's what it is. Well, okay, okay. You said your portfolio, and what was the main push in your portfolio? Was it more natural resources or um, the medical, like pills and development of cures? What was your portfolio? What did the hedge fund mostly invest your portfolio in? You know, all that shit is now invested in the SpaceX, everybody's 401k, all that stuff. There's a bunch of hedge funds that's been, you know what I mean, put together to give Elon Musk $1 trillion. And that's crazy. He got fired from Doge, seemingly, left, and then bounced back with becoming the first trillionaire. And that's crazy. Who does it? Okay. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Buy, buy, buy right now. Because just to show is that bitch gonna flip back up. On the first day or two, that shit was straight gain. And then after that, that bitch dropped to like 140 something. That bitch was straight unrealized gains. But it's gonna jump back up. I say SpaceX gonna be the next like how Bitcoin blew and everybody that was making money. If you don't get a little bit of that SpaceX, even if it's just $1,000, that shit gonna rock. Okay, you got a little bit of medical, but a decent amount of dividends. Okay, so you get a good dividend annually, huh? Okay, okay. You got any like utilities, like Georgia Power, Dominion Power, any of those? They always good to have because they seem they're gonna be connected to these data centers. Any the water company, any utilities that people need in abundance. It's good investments. Elon in trouble, Sassy. That's what it is. Smash that like. Godfather, you set it up. That's right, family. I'm gonna put my little 1 2s on it. I got some on it, but I'm thinking now that it's low like that, because only thing that can happen is that shit split. Chilling Lone Ranger. Chilling Lone Ranger, what's up with you? Yeah, they might as well, Sassy Mo, because they gonna bring them anyway. Shit. The same as people lied about not investing in on the private prisons. They still did it. I'm saying they still invested in those private prisons. Thunder. Thunder. Thundercat. Oh. Smash that like. I'm telling y'all, I'm gonna take y'all to a data center. I'm gonna show you a data center that's been here for eons, and it's a Verizon data center at that. And then like a little a street block away from it, there's this house that looks like it's a regular house, but it's probably a pump station in there, and probably all kind of data center assisted. You know what I mean? Because only got to flush it with a certain amount of water, but that's crazy. There's a pump center, and then there's a data center within like a quarter of a mile of each other in the suburbs, in the neighborhood. I mean, well, I'll say it's the suburbs because it's a suburb feel there, but it's a old school neighborhood in the city. The old school, you know what I mean? You know, with the trees and the leaves fall down in the fall and sidewalks and families, you know what I'm saying? It's on the other side of my neighborhood, matter of fact. It's a neighborhood over. People who will invest into their own destruction just as long as it's profitable. Shit, and that's for real because shit, you might as well not invest in nothing in America. If America is going to hell in a handbasket, why are you even trying? You know what I mean? What's up with you? Dolly P, what's up, fam? Smash that like. Y'all get over there and check out Dolly P. Who? What's up with you, fam? I'm just chilling, man. The energy companies will have to upgrade the infrastructure to support the increased demand. But you know they already doing that. When they're telling y'all they're doing those fiber optics, that's all that shit is. All of that shit gonna run on fiber optics. Because that's the only thing that's popping right now anyway. Those electrical poles and all that, that's a no-no. You'll start seeing it, those poles coming down in the city as all the road work and the fiber optics get laid. They, you know what I mean? There's nothing but a big ass computer chip. Don't know data centers gonna need to run off these all these wires and shit hanging from the sky. That's so old school. They trying to goddamn slim it down and modernize it. Can you believe it? Like that's thinking how shit start. It be big as fuck. The next thing you know, it's little. They're gonna be able to control whatever's going on with those towers you see coming up. Those great towers with all the things on them. Them just be popping up everywhere. Then they also got trees that are not actually trees. You look up and it be one of those towers. Have y'all ever seen one of those? Right? Healing and chilling. That's what it is. Send nothing but blessings, sis. I had a stomach virus yesterday, real bad. Today I was kind of, hesitant to even, you know what I mean? But I said, let me go ahead and politic real quick. I've been invested in gold and silver, communication since birth for 65 years. My mom brought stock for my family since birth. I don't touch it unless I have to. Right. Sound investments too, because communications is the future. Whoever can beat something, make something that can compete with the phone is the new barn boss. Red Wire out of UK, cheap stock, main supplier for SpaceX. Okay. Is it a dividend stock? Is it a stock that offers a dividend? I'll check on that. Because that's what a lot of people don't realize. The people that are involved with that stock, you maybe can get more of it and catch a good, out of it because with that stock, the demand for it, the demand for the products gonna go up too. That stock is, that was a dope one right there. Somebody go check out that Red Wire. Oh yeah, Robert. So was they paying good money to make those fiber optics? Because y'all notice that's what a great deal of those Mexican people or the perceived illegal Mexicans. I see a lot of them still here working on the fiber optics. Think about it. Don't you see a lot of them? They doing road work and they're working on the fiber optics. So they didn't send all of them home. Copper was one of the inputs for some of our expensive cables, right? Man, I worked at a cable company one day, and I ain't talking about your local TV stations and shit that sell all kind of cables and chains and all that shit. And they got cable made out of copper this thick that the fucking and that's with this thick that the government uses and the people use to make them wind turbine shits. Dumb motherfuckers. That shit is crazy. But that shit was a whole stunt where they had you working there, right? They'll tie your ass out and ask you a bunch of questions about what's going on in the hood. And me, a good observer, I said, this job is high paying as fuck. Everything you want in there is free. Like they got a snack machine that it costs no money. They got Gatorade. They got all this high powered shit in there. And while you in there, the workers seem a little feeny weeny or a little street. And the guys that work there, they seemingly are motorcycle guys, but when you talk to them, most of them got military backgrounds, like not even high up in the Navy, but then there's some of them there that maybe even have some Navy SEAL training that was working at this job, right? And they just kept asking us about what was going on in the town, and the dude was placating, talking to him, and I was looking at him like, dude, you do realize that these people are telling you they from somewhere else, but they trying to get in tune with what's going on. This might be, if not a sting by the police to seem to put you to work and wear you down and then question you about a lot of stuff that's going on. Well, I mean, because it don't seem like it's purely coincidental. I look at down at Adelindis and what the motherfucker doing. And sure as fire, that's what that was. Like, the temporary service place were looking, in the government, they were looking and trying to find out who was selling drugs at the different work sites. So to weed it out, they were sending certain people to these sites. You know what I'm saying? I experienced it with a dude that was moving shit too. He'd tie you out and ask you about where to get drugs from. You know what I'm saying? And one day I saw him doing security with a police badge around his neck. I was like, dude, because he called me back one time for working and asked me some crazy shit, and I got on him, and then, I mean, he was, have anybody heard of that? Where they'll set up a sting through the temporary service companies. Communication fails on every level, so many stocks are through the roof. Right. I was doing real estate, but there's a bubble forming and interest rates are too high right now. I expect a bubble burst in housing. Hey, Godfather, for sure, because you notice what was 400,000 last year is now 250. It's something happening, and it's happening gradually, not with the newer developments, but with the older, more stable houses. Those houses are stabling out around $300,000, and that's on both sides of it. Whether it's a 5-bedroom, 3.5, or whether it's a 3-bedroom, 2.5 on an acre and a half. I'm telling you, the housing is, because everybody renting now, because it's getting too. I mean, everybody credit fucked up. Can't nobody get along, whether it's white, black, Chinese. Motherfuckers credit fucked up in this economy as a whole. It's still those young people or somebody that's using the GI Bill or somebody that just managed to have some sound investments that are able to pull it off. But I haven't noticed it ain't a lot of talk of people trying to buy a home these days. Everybody wants to buy a home, but you don't hear a lot of talk of it. There's a bunch of HUD houses and Habitat for Humanity houses being given away, but you don't hear a bunch of people talking about. They started taking away copper piping from pools, which actually are healing properties for humans, just like silver. They don't use silver to heal people anymore. Remember, everybody used to wear those like what was they copper bracelets. I always thought they looked fruity, but remember people used to wear them copper bracelets. I always thought they looked fruity, but you say it happens every 20 years, right? It's the same as with the prisons, with the housing. Fill up the ones y'all have, whether it's by way of government subsidies or whatever. Salute Drew for that, showing that super support. Y'all light that up. Salute Drew. That's what it is. Thanks for getting it popping. Y'all light that up. Greatly appreciate it, Drew. Yo, you know we got the we trying to get 10, a goal to reach 10 with the super chat, and then we're gonna toast. Look into NACA if you are in the market for a home. They have an excellent program. Now, Platinum, I'm gonna be paying my own money. I don't need a program. I need them to get out of the way. You understand what I'm saying? All that program, hence they're gonna put you on a certain amount of stuff that they're gonna require you to do. All I need is you to get out the way. I don't even need no program, family. Have you heard about Cuba? Something about drones, yeah, going to check. Not to mention on the news. Right, John. Cuba has 300 drones so far from somebody, so they might got 3,000. Yeah, they had them drones last month when Rubio went over there with the CIA and tried to talk to Raul and them. 2008 was the last housing bubble burst. Okay, yep, around about that time. But it's about time for it, like you say, Godfather, for this shit to crush. You know what I mean? It's about time for it to crush. Smash that like, girl. Also, a lot of countless have a first time home buyer program where they will cover the down. See what I'm saying? With anything, I cover my own down payment, fam. Just get out the way and let me work. You know what I mean? No. All of that program stuff is you're further linking somebody to you're not really owning it because somebody help you. You know what I mean? So that means that's another bill. All that does is create another bill. Get to it. You know what I mean? That's why I say I wouldn't even go through any of those programs. Those programs further linking you to something else when you don't meet the requirements, they can snatch the home from you. And which that's what they do. I had ran across some people that they try to get a lot of black people to throw away they got their going, they set them up in a house that's bound to fail, something 100 years old, and just to get their 30-year mortgage. And then next thing you know, those people in court. Trump's sons are invested in drones. They're making billions off of the war through the Pentagon, right? They invested in the drones 3 days before this shit popped off. That's crazy. Right, they had it inside the mortgage, yup. Next thing you know, you're paying a high ass mortgage, but when you looked at the house, it told you you're gonna be paying $1,700 a month on average. Next thing you know, you're paying $2,700. Man, that HOA is the devil. The HOA, the interest rate confounded. What's up, Monta? What's up with you? By the quality of the homes and greed. One problem we have not considered is the construct of the home on a farm grade land, or if it's a historical by way of the foundation of some people's homes, especially if it's a house that's on the corner. The foundation can, you know what I mean. Right, they did. That's how the banks get you. Yeah, them HOAs is crazy. I seen one joint where the lady lost her house because she was late on like $3,000-4,000 worth of money. Like, shit. Very few people, but a lot of people can pay a mortgage. They just not, you know what I mean, meeting the qualifications on paper. If a motherfucker can pay $2,300 for a 3 bedroom townhouse or apartment, they can pay $2,300 towards them owning a house. Do you realize that? But it's the red tape that they can't get past by way of credit reports and all that stuff. You know what I mean? They might even have the capabilities to pay the mortgage. You understand? So, yeah, see, that's the thing. I'm gonna say in my culture, a lot of us get it how we get it. You know what I mean? And we don't, because we've been having it so long that we weren't able to get loans. We know how to save money and put it to where it need to be, and then finesse collateral. Because in my culture, a lot of us are coming off of inheriting a house from like grandmothers or aunts or uncles or somebody that ain't had no relatives, no, know what I mean, close to them that they can leave it to. A lot of us, know what I mean, have experience in property ownership, even if it's paying off 3 or 4 cars, because you know we love our cars as Black Americans here. I mean, our back and that shows that we have a background in paying off bills. That's crazy how someone works hard so someone else can tell you how to live in it. HOA is a scam, and they okay to give you fines. Yup. Worse than the car. That's why I would rather live in the city. If anything, if I don't just live on an acre or two by myself in the city, unless it's like a gated community or something like that, the city will fine you for your trash or your yard or whatever, and they will be a little lenient there. But the HOA, that's how they get their bread and butter out you. It's like they like the federal government of the neighborhood. They want to, you know what I mean? Maybe the block might not allow it, but the federal government, I mean, which, you know what I'm saying? 40 trillion in debt for the United States is fantastic. And guess what? Who at least got 1 trillion of our money? Elon Musk. So is the guy that got fired from Doge has all the money. Right? That's crazy. Either way, I know how to read contracts. I was also fortunate enough to pick up an accounting degree too. The knowledge definitely helps. Okay, so you money minded. So what you doing now? Now you doing anything dealing with contracts? Because if you can do okay, if you know how to read contracts, that means you must be real proficient in the law because that's all contracts is. Maritime law type of shit dealing with land grants and I mean torts and all that shit. When I get a chance to look up the history of HOAs, okay, okay. Give me some caveats on it right now. That might spot my interest to fall down that rabbit hole. Save money, bring 15 cents for down payment, and get the motherfucking seller pay for the half of the closing to reduce interest rates. Exactly, Godfather. See what I'm saying? That's where we come from, grinding to get that money. A lot of people immediately go look for a program. No, no. And I would say come as much as with 20% of it to make sure that it's legit. You know what I'm saying? Don't go looking for a bunch of grants and or you know what I'm saying? They gonna own part of your shit. They gonna want something shit for free. They fail to consider changing the variables, tax increases, insurance, and just basic maintenance costs. Right. The oligarchs are using the population's money to play the market, gamble against other oligarchs. They're playing monopoly for sure, Sassy. I'm telling y'all. What's the name? Got a great deal of y'all got there gone 401ks. HOA won't need help. Just mind your business, Drew. Stay where you at, family. Just leave him alone. What's he doing? Cause shit, HOA shit, you might like to chill too, Drew. They might want you out of there. What's your favorite pastime at the house, Drew? Let me see if there's something the HOA will be like, hell no, get him out of there. What kind of car you got? You got a fast car riding through the neighborhood? Any excuse, they'll get you out, especially if there's a bunch of old people on the HOA or somebody that's married or just got divorced or just miserable. They be like the barn boss in prison. They going around checking everything. Whose kids are these? You know what I'm saying? That shit is crazy. Smash that like, man. Sure they will. Yup, yup. I seen one with it on one of them news joints. That lady, her HOA had her because she had a work truck. That she can have a work truck in her yard. None of that shit. Like, and it wasn't even, it was in the driveway. Like, that shit was crazy. But with that, they got a lot of people that's in like Atlanta that's sleeping in people's properties too. They call them bandos. The motherfuckers go occupy your property, and then it's hard to get them out. But I think they just passed a law that they can get them out quicker now. I don't like that either. Go sleeping in my shit. Smash that. Like, who was the best president in y'all lifetime? Did Trump, Iran war backfire on him, and his gas going up high in your area? Pick one and give me your opinion on it. Let me see the poll too. I ain't looked at the poll yet. Trump approved 47%, disapprove 41%, 50-50, 10%. It's Obama and the Dems fault 1%. Okay, so if I approve 47%, hoarders. No, not hoarders, squatters. Hoarders is motherfuckers that most of the hoarders are homeowners because they better to hide that shit they doing. Most hoarders are homeowners. They hoard. God, I remember that show Hoarders. That shit used to make me sick. Yeah, them Airbnbs, they be laying up in them shits. Karen, terrible. Sometimes Karen, yep, Karen will, what are you doing out here? What are you doing here? Or, I don't like that loud music. Like, or anything. Yep, Karen is terrible, man. That's why she got her own sector on the internet. You know what I mean? Karen is crazy. Somebody shut Karen up. Some black guy, take your shirt off and shut Karen up. Smash that like, y'all. Hey, Drew, what part of the country you say you was in? Because you've been in here a couple of days, too. Weeks, maybe. But Karen is, she's something. Hoarders are people that never throw anything away or don't clean, just fill in their homes and stuff too. Yeah, man, them hoarders, some of them hoarders would be terrible, man. God damn. And that's what I am, Godfather. I'm a minimalist. I like to keep less things as possible. If I don't, if it's not a golden jewel like something like somebody gave me, I don't keep it. I mean, I got very few things that's. I mean, it has to be something of value if I keep it. Just having a bunch of shit, nope, not me. Even like with two phones, it's the dumbest thing ever, fam. Like too much excess. You know what I mean? I don't know. I got the Constitution posted too in circulation. I hate clutter. That is not one of my moves. Smash that like, y'all. You're in the panhandle. Okay. The white boys from the panhandle, wild as hell too. My young blood, he ain't white though. He from Florida. He from Live Oak. Salute Florida, fam. That's what it is. The panhandle. So you different. You wild as hell. I just don't try to keep up with the Joneses. I buy when I need it. Okay, I'm not doing it. I got my certain taste though, whatever how I move, but I mean I'm not doing it. I don't do a bunch of for the gram. I do not do it for the gram. Smash that like y'all. But look at this shit. China, their economy is surpassing. Their economy can go for a whole goddamn session of these people that, I mean, like all them people down there, China can engulf them. And that's crazy. The UK is at the bottom of this shit. That's why they're trying to keep closely associated with the United States. That's the main reason they're trying to stay cool with the United States. To stay out the way. I don't blame them. I don't blame them. They ain't gonna rest of this shit, Muslim. Till they got y'all at a, on a prayer rug. Y'all keep it up. They ain't gonna rest till they got y'all ass on a prayer rug. Saturday is not gonna rest until they got everybody ass on the prayer rug. They keep messing with them people, man. Notice how they're stirred up people with buying stuff through the mail like food. Okay, notice how they stirred people with buying stuff through the mail like food. I could never have someone else pick my food. Right, I do. I engage in DoorDash. Nothing much on the news except blaming Chinese AI stealing IP info from other countries leading to the access to the U.S. links. Yeah, damn. But I had saw a jump where they say a lot of these shits that we own, like even like the picture frames, you know, the picture frames that you hook up to the Wi-Fi, anything in your house that you hook up to the Wi-Fi, these companies create back doors that allow other parts of their company to sell your internet stream to people all across the world to go live on your IP address to search on your shit. And that's crazy, even with these like picture frames that are hooked to the internet. You say China needs America more than America needs China, right? Because America is the number one consumer buying all the Chinese products. Yeah, they in cahoots. Donald Trump is with China. They frenemies. But is that gonna be the excuse why he don't get out of power? That China messed with the election and they own 4 years? All right, Godfather. That's what it is, fam. Enjoy your day. Talk about something out loud and yep. Talk about something in your house and they'll pop up on Tubi. They'll pop up on YouTube if you're watching it from your TV. If you're really trying to see what's new with that shit, just talk about it. They'll give you the latest and pinpoint you where you can go get it at. You'll be like, what the hell? Or say some kind of Spanish word or French word. They'll say all your shit being French. Bon, you know what I mean? Bonjour. Smash that like. Share me out. Y'all know we got the memberships back popping, so make sure y'all get over there and get your BMC membership. Smash that like in the meantime. Who was the best president in your lifetime is the conversation. I got to set up a call-in system. And also we got the Discord popping off over there, y'all. Gotta get over there. Space Dust got it popping over there. I'm gonna get the link. Smash that like, y'all. Alright, Drew. Thanks for coming through, showing that super support, Drew. That's what it is, fam. I'm trying to right now see what's going on in the news. Might have to come back with another catchy topic. And similarly, I got to put some racy in the title to get some. I mean, some traction. Sometimes that's crazy. Trump is always saying, "I'm going to bring back jobs." Why doesn't he set up an example and get the stuff made here instead? Right, get some MAGA shit made or some phones or something. That would be even more. Why don't he make a Trump company, a Trump factory, and employ everybody? He too selfish though. You know, Trump and them practice revenge politics. So he would never do that. That's too much like helping somebody that quite possibly might have been against him. You know what I'm saying? Might potentially be helping somebody that might have been against him. Smash that like I'm trying to get this Discord link. Smash that like. Trying to set this discourse up real quick. Put the link in the do Nightbot real quick. I'm dropping a link for discourse too, for the discourse joint. Oh, my timer's up. Okay. Smash that like. Proudful. Costco did what? Let me see. Costco dropped membership fees from 65 to 50. God damn. They must about to price gouge the hell out of somebody. They about to price gouge. Ain't this crazy that they sent the trash back? But remember when China was doing little bullshit like that to make money, and now they seemingly be the big boss. China ain't doing no more. I mean, ain't that's crazy? how the times change. Only thing China was known for was karate movies and shit. Next thing you know, now they running shit. That shit crazy. And a lot of people did not even pay attention to their growth, nor did they pay attention to India. India came out of nowhere with it. Like, what the fuck? India came out of nowhere. Smash that like y'all. Hey y'all, you know we can't use all rise or anything like that because they got all the type of allrise.com, allrise.gov and all. They got them all locked down as domain names. I think of a domain name for my website. The NYC Central Park was the morgue, and the Fifth Avenue they had freezer trucks lined up with bodies in them, stacked on top of each other during COVID. Wow, that's crazy. So that many people, because remember, um, a lot of people was dying during COVID. Smash that like y'all shut me out. Remember when it first started in Canada with the jobs illness? Yep, it disappeared and COVID came after that. But no, when it was COVID, remember it was called two different names. They had two different names for that shit. Who's Fancy Nancy? SARS. Yep, SARS. It was Then they said then it was called it was like two different names. Okay, Nancy Pelosi. You know her husband just did some shit. Then her husband just hit and run somebody. That shit, yeah, the Hinter virus, but if it's COVID-19, where's 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1? Where are those at? That shit came and went, didn't it? It, it came back as the diarrhea lettuce. Ain't that some shit? Diarrhea lettuce. Yeah, I still believe that that was a grinder incident with that guy that came up in their home. It must have got out of hand. Yeah, she might want to put him in an old folks home or to divorce him. I mean, to save collateral damage. Either put him in an old folks home somewhere where he's, I mean, or divorce him. And then the chips fall where they met. He got to handle his own shit. Because he's a liability at this point. He's an effing liability. Who was the best president, though? Y'all in y'all time. She probably is. Especially he ain't slinging no pipe. He ain't slinging no pipe. She don't need him around no way. You know how this shit go. If he ain't, I mean, Bill Gates needs to stay away from labs. Always experiment on people somewhere. He's not a doctor. His daddy was with that water stuff on. He won't Bill Gates' daddy. Had something to do with the United States with the World Water Fund. You say you think you can fly? Wow. I'm gonna tell y'all something. It's crazy that the majority of the people that come through the Black Money Court, 50% of them are bigots. What's a bigot joint, man? I might switch this joint up to the Hare Krishna. I mean, we all gotta cut your hair, Sassy. You about to become Hare Krishnas. Hey, what's so crazy is why don't I on this side on the phone? Who on the phone? I don't see a blue line by some of my people's name. Shit is weirded. And do anybody know anything about Trump and his he's supposed to have like a part in czar or something like that? Anybody know anything about Trump and his part in czar? Like, cause Lil Boosie just got beat out of a little over $500,000 trying to get a Trump party, and seemingly, you know what I'm saying, somebody knows, you know what I mean, but they got a Trump part in czar. Yeah, he got beat out that money, man. But he shouldn't be mad because that's stupidity. Until they make it happen, that you don't get paid no way with me. Well, his partners are did. See, Kodak Black went through the right channels. He has a pardon czar that is a black lady that did federal time. That's what I'm gonna do a joint on that. Why didn't Bootsy use the federal pardon czar? I can't think of her name right now, but I did a little 1-2 on her one time. Why did he go through her? It would have been more legit. His dumb ass. He pardoned a lot of people. Lil Wayne. You know the family that he commuted Larry Hoover's sentence, the gang dude out of Chicago. He pardoned them two, the man and his wife that was doing all that embezzling with the blonde hair. They talk real country. Oh, I saw one of those Rothschilds in a video at dinner. She had a thick ass gold chain with a huge medallion of the Baphomet around her neck, just smiling. Her cup was filled with something red. Wow, probably blood. The Tate brothers. But y'all know the hip hop artist from New Orleans by the name of Jay Electronica. He snatched up one of those Rothschild women. She brought him a whole studio in London. He from the streets of New Orleans. Yep. He said, Lord have mercy. Yep. I wouldn't doubt it. Smash that like, y'all. Everybody was kung fu fighting. We're surrounded by very wicked people, and they're not hiding it anymore. You know what? It's fashionable to be mean. That's crazy. Like, even with anybody that says they support Trump, fine, you support Trump, but similarly, they're supporting his mean ideology too. Trump is very mean spirited. I'm serious. I don't see. Okay, maybe okay. Even if I was in here, he get the job done, which he doesn't. But in the meantime, he is super mean spirited, man. Smash that like, y'all. But his lifestyle is like, huh? It's all hotel food. They're not realizing that. I bet you Trump never ate a home cooked meal at somebody's house. It's always been some kind of hotel food. And just because it's at a hotel don't mean that it's good. Because most of that shit is built, made on large scale. And you know, the more you make of it, the more, I mean, the taste goes away. Or even that people, even if it is some individual that they want, the person that's going to make it is going to use a recipe that's going to be so bland, and the house fare is what the house serves. You get tired of that shit. He probably got bed bugs like a motherfucker. All he ever lived in is in hotels. He probably bed buggy. I bet you got bed bug bites all over his ass. I bet you his ass buggy. That's crazy. Nope, he didn't raise his kids, nor was he raised by his parents. His father loved him even more when he was wicked, when he was younger. Wow. He was raised at a bunch of military schools too. Wow. I bet you he got so many bed bug bites on his ass from dust ass hotels and shit. Smash that like. It's 5 of y'all in here, man. Let's get them likes up across. Across the board. Make sure y'all taking a poll too. All in his diaper. The voters divided America. That's what it is. I bet you that old shit got some bed bugs. I bet you the White House got roaches and bed bugs. Because it's old as hell. I bet you. You know, France is infested with bed bugs. The city of Paris has a bed bug infestation, so they said. I read an article on it. And name reasons, 3 ways the voters divided America. Camped in while what's going on? Welcome back in. Smash that like. Them damn bed bugs ain't no joke. They say goddamn Paris, and they just when they had that Olympics, I'm like, how many people from all over the world came to Paris? And that's crazy. That's crazy. That is so crazy. Shout out everybody that came through, man. The Trump's Iran war backfire on them. I think it did. The back can't fight. That's chilling, man. You know, I'm chilling. I'm telling y'all, I'm chilling so hard today because I just had a stomach virus that I just got over. Like yesterday, I was going through it, like, no doubt. The poll question, do you approve of Trump? Every time I came in here, bigger percentage always approve of Trump. I know Trump might be buying YouTube supporters. Zigzag, what's going on with you today? Zigzag Zigala. Trump might be buying YouTube supporters. You just never know with these guys. King Fire, let's drop this link too, y'all. Y'all get over there and check out King Fire, fam. Especially if you're trying to get your health right. What happened in New York yesterday? Somebody threw a bomb or something like that? Shit. Don't let me find out they're going to start having insurgents all over America. What y'all think will happen when the bank shut down and all of our money is done over internet? You think you'll have a better chance of getting a bank loan? Because they'll have a little bit more control of your money. At least in the bank, you can hurry to go there and snatch it out in the physical form. Online, meaning they got total control of it. If the internet does not work or the system is down, that means your money is, I mean, ain't that crazy? Yeah, I eat papaya, man. I fuck with it. I eat all the fruits. Eat all the fruits. King Fire, you from Belize? Did it, what United Fruit Company was big business in your area, if there was any? Because I keep stressing that the Confederates went down south to the Yucatan Peninsula, and which was Belize ever part of Mexico? Because you know the southern part of Mexico got turned into the Banana Republicans. Okay, okay. What's the health properties for the seeds? I might put one on my list today. A veteran prohibited probably had PTSD. He took the spilled gasoline in front of the 26 Federal Plaza and lit and started it. Find that whoever was there, he's sick of ice. Wow, I saw that. I saw the big. I said, "Oh shit, where the hell is Mom Donnie?" Smash that light. Lori Park, what's going on? Gas never went down. Red Republican state governors were dropping gasoline taxes to give you the impression gas has gone down when it was actually higher. Indiana is one of those states. What's the gas prices in Indiana right now? Okay, got you. Definitely about to invest in that. Got you. I just had a stomach virus yesterday too. Man. And it probably was because my kids went to Chuck E. Cheese the other day, and you know Chuck E. Cheese is a haven for stuff like the foot and foot, hoof, and mouth disease. You know, like when you go to these animal petting farms, there's a bunch of that. It's floating around at Chuck E. Cheese. Smash that like y'all, and airborne viruses and stuff that just coming in contact with a bunch of what I mean young immune systems. My kids probably brought some back. Okay. I know Guatemala, Honduras. Just got an emergency broadcasting from the weather service on my phone. It got real dark and the instant flood warning is pouring. Wow, I told y'all. I told y'all yesterday, the other day, I was like, well, the subway always flooding. What are they doing in New York? Are they trying to sabotage it? So, Ma'am Donnie gonna have to come up with some money because no matter what, if it's flooding, it's still gonna be an abundance of cars stalled and all other kind of stuff that's gonna be shut down. That's crazy. Are they practicing weather warfare on New York? Are they seeding too much? What's going on with it? Damn. Thanks, Trump, says Sharon. Gas 4.29 in Phoenix. Wow. That's crazy. Man, groceries way up. And then that joint with DoorDash, I thought they were gonna split. They're talking about $5 million. Man, I'm mad with them, but I still want something. Eat the papaya seeds, but make sure you have access to a toilet. It will move you, but that's the movement you need. Okay, to get the and toxins out. Okay, get the toxins out. Okay, is that sort of like the chia seeds? What are you familiar with the chia seed situation? You say Trump steal from the taxpayers? Definitely, probably do. Definitely probably do, fam. But Trump, man, everybody that's promoting Trump, their bill's probably late, and he come talking about he laughing on TV talking about how he made $1 billion since he been in office, well over $1 billion. And that's crazy. It's people that supporting Trump. It's even people with MAGA signs in their yard that they fucking shit is in foreclosure, and they still hollering "Daddy Trump." It's crazy. Nobody that's supporting Trump should be in debt, and that's just it is what it is. Cause he getting money, so you should be shit. You should be riding the Trump wave. Nobody that supports Trump should be in debt. The water in these areas where the subway stations floods is because they have the original cobblestones from decades ago, and the streets don't have a sewer system. So it goes, oh man, so it's not graded. It's not really graded, so it'll go into the damn. Trump won 70 billion for the war. Shit, why don't he freelance the motherfucker Elon Musk? Elon Musk got a trillion. Ain't that's crazy? Elon Musk got enough to pay for that war 20 times. Why don't he? I mean, and you know what'll happen? Elon Musk will probably do it. We'll probably find out Elon Musk been backing this shit. Ask Elon for the money. Smash that like. But somebody will come in here and say, "Yay, Trump." Not saying nothing against him, but god damn, like maybe on the second part of his shit, he gonna come and start getting busy for Americans. Maybe on the second go around, he'll start getting busy and helping out Americans, bro. Because right now, yeah, he's spending the money for the hungry. His damn self is hungry ass, hungry like the wolf ass, hungry like the wolf. Remember that shit? Smash that like y'all. Yeah, somebody went ham yesterday in New York. Elon Musk smells of Dr. Doom, man, like a arch villain or some shit, and Donald Trump. Because all these people that supporting Trump, do you think they're gonna support him when he's not the president? What happens to his power vacuum? Do he take him with him or what? You understand what I'm saying? Does Donald Trump influence? You know what I mean? Is this outside of the executive office? What y'all think? Y'all think Donald Trump gonna exist outside of the executive office, his power and his influence when he's not the president? Wow, what's going on out your windows? The smoke, sassy, or the rain? Who knows? Who knows, bro? Brute, what's your point? Smash that like. Yes, chia seeds are good, as in all seeds they do different things for our temples. Okay, okay, okay. Because I do got some chia seeds in here. Sharon, what's up? Did Trump lie when he said prices under his presidency would be dropped on that? Yeah, he lied. Remember he said all he gotta do is flip a switch and that all our goddamn lights and all that shit gonna be right. Remember he said that? What's going on, April Shower? How are you today, fam? Remember he said that all I gotta do is flip a switch and everything. The utilities was gonna be straight. He's lying ass. The rain beating my windows up good. I don't have to. Dang. You know what? Y'all notice we don't have those rains that often though no more. Them rains that well I don't. We used to have them all the time with a thunderstorm and shit beating the windows and everybody in the house. You never really hear them shits no more. You heard thunder with no rain. Like last night I heard a bunch of thunder but no rain. I say they were. They were right to defend themselves. Man, Trump ain't telling them nothing. Because now you don't hear nobody saying, yay, Trump free Iran. Motherfuckers quiet about that shit. And they still fighting. Trump ain't free nobody. Those people that are over there, they got a Trump casket, dude. Did you see that? They got a damn Trump casket, man. They ain't over there goddamn going bigging up Trump. They trying to boil this goddamn goose. They trying to cook his goose over there, fam. Nobody feeling Trump right now. Over there, I know a lot of Americans got the president. I mean, we Americans, but over there, Trump name is mud, and it is what it is, fam. I guess he can handle it. It rider, a motherfucking rider, Trump a rider, y'all. It doesn't matter who in the office, everything gonna go up. Yep, everything but the money. Trump is asking taxpayers for another 70 billion for what? What has he done to show us that we can give him another 70 billion to make this shit pop? Most people don't know how profits and money work. I don't think Trump lied. I think Trump doesn't understand how using debt as money works. But the dollar ain't worth shit, brute. That's what it is. You have to respect Iran. They are going up against anybody who wants to, and it's giving them a hard time while wearing right. They fighting with them sandals on. But the thing is, they fighting, and motherfuckers around the world respect that a fighter. And now their prestige is growing up. You know what I mean? People is thinking twice about fucking with them and thinking twice about aligning themselves with them. Yeah, the dollar is that. That's what it is, bro. Iran going toe to toe with them. Everybody want to know the missiles they using. Wars anyway. Yup. War destructive shit. Sharing. I don't care what it was, low or under. Donald Trump is getting bread, and he gave us a slice. You know what I mean? They all warmongers. They all getting paid in some form or fashion. But feed the wolves, man. That's all I'm saying. Hey, hey, with the monkeys. Y'all remember the monkey sued the companies because they wouldn't let the monkeys play their own instruments and sing. They wouldn't let the monkeys sing, so they had to got there going. Somebody said Trump was a giver. Y'all is worth pennies, man. That's crazy. That's crazy. And I'm telling you, and it's a direct result of this Iran stuff because before then, it was doing pretty good. We was doing pretty good. Next thing you know, when shit can go up overnight, it was a gradual fluctuation with the inflation and stuff was gradual. Now shit going up overnight. Smash that light. Yup. Now the dollar 3/4 of the cake. $3 to make $1. Those protests weren't in Iran. Those protests was people outside of Iran that consider themselves Persians. Who are all those people that were just praising that Trump casket, dude? Yep, that's it. It was the United States helping out Israel. It wasn't a beef. Ain't no. So, Brute, do you think the United States was right to go to war with Iran? And don't give me some. Yeah, we've been at war with it since 1979. Don't give me that shit. I remember Trump tried to stop it when he was mad with Netanyahu because he was still fighting with Syria on it. Mm-hmm. But believe it is. The dollar. Netanyahu. Netanyahu chilling. Donald Trump got it. Remember, y'all didn't notice that the Israeli army was trying to link with the United States military, trying to join forces. What fanatics are in Iran? I don't know any fanatics in Iran. I know some people that are Muslim. Why are they fanatics? Name some fanatics that are in Iran, fam. I don't get that. Right. What about the fanatics that's in America? So busy worried about Iran. What about the fanatics that's in America? What do you think about them? Root. What do you think about the fanatics that are in America? Mm-hmm. Because look, Israel came there running, and now they got people running, and that's crazy. The Israelis, all those white people from Europe, all of them are not Jews. Well, whoever was getting kicked out of Europe put their money together with the Rothschilds, this trillionaire family, and they brought Israel from UK and France. They didn't have the rights to those people's land, but they cut up the spoils of war when Lawrence of Arabia went over there and got everybody on board that was with the Saudi. I mean, that shit crazy. But I voted for it. I voted for Trump. And that's what that's the problem. Remember they had Martin Luther King on that shit. That's my biggest thing with Martin Luther King. In no form or fashion in any of his syllabus should have been to be nonviolent. You know what I'm saying? Peaceful, don't solve war. With your head, but Night about dropping a link to the Discord too, y'all. Y'all get over there and sign up for it. Exactly. Senator of the United States can't handle them, Sassy. Well, not all Shias believe in the Mahdi. And you're saying, what are you saying about the Shia religion? They're not fanatics. That's just when Muhammad died, his family broke up. The people that was going behind the people that it should be his family lineage, and then the people that was going that the religious mullahs and teachers should be taking over. It was a split with the family and the corporation. No, it's not. It is not, Brute. That's false information, bro. This ain't got nothing to do with the Mahdi. Remember, so crazy. Before the Wahhabis in Saudi Arabia and all that, that was their main thing, that the Mahdi was coming back. The same people that all the Arabs, Saudi Arabia, UAE, all of that, all of them, they fight against the Europeans was in that the Mahdi was gonna come back. You wrong, dude. Shiites is just a different form of Islam. Like when the Protestant church broke away from the Catholic church so that King Henry can marry somebody else and have an heir, he can divorce his wife. You know that's why the Protestant church broke away. Damn, that's what was happening here. When you come outside, it looked like it was raining, but no cloud. They might be doing some seeding so they can wash their buildings off of all that smoke. The soot. You just never know. But I bet money in 10 years from now, if not even sooner, there's going to be a class action lawsuit against Canada for that smoke. California always got forest fires, so they should be smoky as fuck in California. We got that artificial rain these days, y'all. Iran, before they got a bomb dropped on their ship, they were just chilling, dude. What's the thing with Iran, man? Name 3 things that Iran was doing that gave you an inclination that they needed to be tightened up. Why isn't Iran a rational actor? Name something they did that was irrational. Mm-hmm. Not yet. The goddamn crowd. They seeding. They call it seeding. I believe they're doing that shit right now. Show me the proof of that. A lot of people were saying it, but nobody ain't got comprehensive proof of it. You're just spreading propaganda. What did they do before they were attacked? The Mahdi is no less like the coming back of Jesus. You are aware of that, right? The Mahdi is mythology. It's no less like when people say Jesus is going to come back. See, I can tell that, you know what I'm saying? You don't have a real grasp of reality, fam. That Mahdi stuff is niche. Sunnis and Shiite Muslims believe in that stuff. Go do your research on Wahhabism in Saudi Arabia. They're more radical than any Iranian. Go and we in cahoots with them. Go Google what a Wahhabist is, dude. That's the motherfuckers that's locking up all the entertainers and people with money, like if they smoke there and shit like that. Go Google what a Wahhabist is if you want to know about what the who had that or the guy that they put in power. The Saudi people, you know, their granddaddy in the 1800s had a revolt against white people. That's why they wanted the wildest ones. They wanted to curb them. So they put the Sauds. They wasn't princes and kings for centuries. They just got in power in the beginning of the goddamn, 20th century. Did you know that they ain't come from a long line or nothing. They were straight from shitting in their tents to Lawrence of Arabia went over there and, when did Iran shut the internet down, dude? When was the internet ever shut down? You just saying shit, dude. It's nobody's business how people live in their countries or how they choose to pray or how they follow their laws. Iran wasn't bothering anybody. Netanyahu just wanted to control the entire internet. Right. Right, Sassy. He's talking about Iran shut down the internet. Man, when pigs fly, man, only people can shut it down is the United States. The United States rocking the internet. They run the internet and the global positioning. There's other countries that have the global positioning stuff, but it's nothing that's equivalent to what the United States got going on. No, it's not my business if you beat your wife. That's up to her and her brothers to get your ass. Not me. Whatever you do with your wife, I feel like that's y'all business. Especially if it's going home in y'all home. I ain't paying none of your bills, so I ain't got nothing to do with it. If she beat your ass or you beat her ass, that's on you and that's from me. And if nobody, yup, we talking about, you know what I mean, on a geopolitical scale. We too busy trying to conduct and police everybody else's country and our shit going to hell in a handbasket. Did you vote for Donald Trump, Brute? And if you did, if any of your bills late, you should feel stupid because Donald Trump is a billionaire. All his shit paid now, even the debts, and he got money in case they go ahead and make him pay. That lady, he got some bread now. So if you ain't getting no money with all this shit, why are you in here? I only support somebody that supporting me. Why are you supporting Donald Trump and he ain't give you a slice of that whole loaf of bread he got? Why? Nah, but I'm saying you brought it up. You did vote for, and you didn't vote for Trump. So you just a bigot. Wow. Because so far everything you're saying you're anti-Islam. So are we at war with Muslims? Or are we at war with Iran? That's where you gotta separate the English from the Dutch. Because that reason being, people could be like, we're at war with Christians because this is a Christian country. You understand what I'm saying? And then everybody else will be, we let them go, but we're at war with Christians. Okay, then what's your gripe with Iran? Why do you genuinely not like Islam? I thought you was riding the bandwagon of Trump. This is a personal reason. What's your beef with Islam? Because you mixing Islam and being Iranian with two different things, fam. And the people that are Muslim that are in charge, that means that speak for all Islam. You know what I'm saying? Do 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 do, Inspector Gadget. Do 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 do. Remember that shit? But yeah, Trump done did everything under the sun. Netanyahu was in the slaughtering spree for his personal ego, yup. And Donald Trump fell for it because nobody else won't clamoring for no fucking war. Tell me you was looking for a war. Anybody in this chat stream, wasn't nobody clamoring for no war. Folks was chilling, and now all of a sudden, see, they shook up a hornet's nest, similarly. They fighting back. I mean, I'm about to wrap this one up, y'all. Shout out Sassy Moore and everybody else that came through, man.